Welcome to the Pensari Basketball Pascal Siakam trade show. This is going to be pretty structured. We tried this once before, and it wasn't nearly as successful as I would have liked it to be because I don't feel that the trades were necessarily very fair. So, first, let me lay out the rules. The rules are as follows: I will act as a rival general manager, any of the other 29 rival general managers, and whoever calls in will be Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster. And you will make me a Pascal Siakam trade that I can't refuse. I want to stress, this is not limited to Siakam trades. You could trade me Gary Trent Jr., you can trade me Otto Porter. Just let's try to get something that makes a little bit of sense and have some fun with it. Made a Jonte Porter live earlier, which I think was pretty good, but I was very tired. And thankfully, I had a little bit of sleep since then. So now I am up. I got my coffee. I'm all fired up. Let's do this. First, let's check out where the Raptors are right now. The Raptors are really not as bad as their record suggests. Okay. In terms of their upcoming schedule, they have the Boston Celtics on Monday, and they have the Miami Heat on Wednesday. Those are two pretty good teams. They have the Chicago Bulls on Thursday. So on the second night of a back-to-back, they take on the Bulls, which kind of sucks for the Raptors because that's a really winnable game. And unfortunately, the Raptors have to do it on a back-to-back on the road. Then they get 2 days off, and they're at New York against a very tough team. Then Monday, 2 days later, they're facing off against the Memphis Grizzlies, and then they have 4 days off before they take on the LA Clippers. This is going to get very messy very fast for the Raptors because the worse they get, the worse their negotiation position is how I would look at it, right? In terms of the standings, hang on one second. Let me just pull this up here. Team standings. Has anyone noticed that NBA.com is just a real big nightmare to deal with? Okay. So in terms of the standings, okay, we already got our first caller. It's going to make me a trade. All right. Hang tight, Chad. You're the one who wanted to make this because basically earlier when we were doing the Jonte Porter video, I was noticing that there was a growing tension in the chat of people who wanted to talk about Siakam trades, which seems to be what everyone in Raptors land wants to talk about right now. We did do a poll earlier on X/Twitter, if you're not following us, Pensari B-Ball on Twitter, and the overwhelming result was that signing him to a 5-year max was everyone's least desired option, and trading for picks and or youth is everyone's primary objective right now. I think the Raptors are going to do neither, personally, and I'll definitely share with you what I think they're going to do. But in terms of the standings, the Raptors currently find themselves not in a good place. They are 12th. They're 15-24. The Hawks lost tonight, so they're 15-23. They're 12th. And the Raptors are in the worst possible position because they're currently 7th from the bottom per tankathon. And they have a top 6 protected pick outbound to the Spurs. The Raptors cannot afford to tread water because the teams beneath them are the 8-28 Charlotte Hornets. You're not catching them. They're about to get rid of Gordon Hayward. The 7-31 Washington Wizards. You're not about to catch them. They have Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma. The Detroit Pistons, who are 3-36 and who are on the precipice of potentially trying to break their own losing streak. They have lost 7 straight since beating the Raptors. On the in the Western Conference, you have the 14-25 Memphis Grizzlies, who I would say would definitely be better than us if not for their plethora of injuries, including Ja Morant being out for the season. You have the totally helpless 7-31 San Antonio Spurs, who are not trying to make more than I don't think some of these teams are going to have 15 wins on the season. So the Raptors have already kind of stamped themselves into a corner. You're not shutting down Scottie Barnes and RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley kind of being into a bet on yourself contract year. Scottie Barnes, potentially chasing all NBA, all-star, whatever. You're not shutting these guys down. So at best, you're ending up with the 6th worst record. That is not a good place to be for a team that has a top 6 protected pick. So let's do this. Wade Wilson saying, I'm here. Nice. Okay, let's get to the first caller. That's Chad. Chad, what's going on, man?
Hey, brother, you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
I was literally just about to pass out for the night. My phone rang or got a little ding notification. I was like,
Okay.
oh, perfect. All right. So this is, as mentioned previously in the last chat, a last minute trade deadline. Other teams weren't giving up the guys we want. And this is basically, would you rather do this than do a no trade and get stuck to the contract for a max or have him walk?
Okay.
So instead of having him walk, we're going to contact the Nets.
Okay, so I'm the Nets. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. I lived
Claxton.
in Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn for a while.
Oh, there you go. So Claxton is coming up on a contract renewal, and I believe I saw somewhere they were worried about how much they might have to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
We come off of Siakam's contract. I think that might be something that we're willing to put into a center. The thing is, they'd be losing a center, and they probably have to play Claxton more than 20, so they would be willing to take on Poeltl because it would also give more reason for Pascal to re-sign there with his friend. So we're trading away both Poeltl and Siakam, and just to make the salary caps match, McDaniels.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking back in Nic Claxton because that's who we're going to re-sign as our center. Ben Simmons because Nets want to come off his contract, and if anyone's going to turn around a player in a different system and with positivity, it's Darko. And if it doesn't work out, you let him go when his contract's done.
Mm-hmm.
We take on Looney Walker for a little bit extra shooting in a low contract. We take on Royce O'Neal. We can re-sign him to a team friendly or let him walk this year after the season's done because he's also at a end of contract. And we also take on Day'Ron Sharpe for center backup or just another big. So that's 5 out to the Nets, 3 out to us at 61 mil each.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I do like. Okay, so as I am Sean Marks right now.
Yeah. You have 3 expiring contracts going out in Royce O'Neal, Lonnie Walker, Nic Claxton, and a bad contract in Ben Simmons. So we're taking on 3 contracts that you might be losing anyways, and we're taking Ben off your books, giving you a center locked in and Pascal to re-sign. To go along with, you get to still keep. We're not trying to go at Cam Johnson, Mikhail, Spencer, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Thomas. You get to keep all those guys while locking in a center and Pascal.
Okay. I'm currently 16 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that I'm getting rid of the best asset in this deal, in Nic Claxton.
Are you sure you're even re-signing him anyways?
I'm positive I'm re-signing him. I'm not excited about how much I have to pay to re-sign him, given that Ben Simmons is on my book. However, Ben is also a massive expiring this offseason. And I don't believe that anything you're giving me back. So here's I'll see the situation and I'll raise you a situation. Jalen McDaniels is pretty much a waste of a roster spot for me.
Okay, so if you want to swap him for Dick, and you guys can have a future in Dick.
You want to give me Grady Dick as well
instead of McDaniels, because I knew you're gonna get rid of that one first.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I see some potential in him. All right. The second objection I have to this deal is Day'Ron Sharpe. I don't want to give up on Day'Ron Sharpe. I feel I need him. Pascal Siakam has been slipping a lot defensively. I don't believe Pascal Siakam is my center. So where am I playing Pascal Siakam is kind of my question at this point. I'm not playing Cam Johnson off the bench. He's very good for my spacing. So if I do end up playing Siakam as a small ball center occasionally, because as you notice, if you looked at my roster,
You are getting Poeltl in this.
no, I understand that.
Okay.
But who is my backup center in this situation?
Oh, backup center. I think you have another center as well. You have Harry Giles.
Harry Giles is not a good player.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm inclined to say I don't want to give up on Day'Ron Sharpe. But I can give you something, but I can't give you Day'Ron Sharpe.
Okay.
So obviously, I'll give you Harry Giles.
Okay, swap Harry for Day'Ron.
Yep. And I'd like your Detroit second. I'll tell you why. I don't like Jakob Poeltl's contract, and I don't think you guys do either.
Yep.
And honestly, if I'm getting rid of Nic Claxton, who is 24 years old, and I'm getting back, this non-shooting center, I want your pick.
You got Grady Dick. You got our pick for this year.
He's not very good, man. He might be like one of the worst players in the G League this year. So I'm not really seeing, and I mean, like, I'm not really thirsty to take on this guy. I have Dariq Whitehead. Dariq Whitehead is, in my opinion, a better prospect than Grady Dick. This Pensari basketball guy, he had him over Grady Dick on his draft board. He's a pretty smart guy. He's a good guy. You should subscribe to Pensari basketball. That's not even true. I had that guy had a Grady at 19, Dariq at 20, but Dariq is like, he's serious, but he's a serious prospect. He just has injury histories. Plus, I have Cam Thomas. I have a boatload of guys who do what he does. So the only reason I make this deal is because I think that combined, this could work, and Grady gives me a little bit of future that I'm losing with Nic Claxton, and maybe I can rehab his value. So yeah, I would want your wait, what the hell is this here? Yeah, I will want this pick, and I'll give you a future pick in exchange.
Okay.
So I will give you a 2029 second round pick unprotected.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a bad draft year anyways.
Hang on. Nope. I screwed that up. Here we go. No, I just took 2 picks from you. Let me give you 2029 via Dallas, no protection, second round pick. Boom. Okay. This deal, I am willing to shake on this. It does not work because Jakob Poeltl can only trade on the 15th, but as of the 15th, this would work. Do you agree to this deal?
I'd take it as of the 15th, as long as this is like I said, on the wire of no other teams are bringing in the potential options that we have. I would take on this contract just to get Claxton. If we can lock him up, I'd take this.
Cool. Hang on 1 second. Free agency. So I believe Nic Claxton is okay. Amazing. All right. All right. How do you feel about this deal for yourself?
For the Raptors, we would have a young center to grow along with the BBQ lineup.
Okay.
Looney Walker with
It's
a little
Lonnie
bit of
it's Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie, yeah, sorry.
Put some respect on your future Raptors name. Okay.
Hilarious. As a bench shooter. Ben Simmons can maybe put in some minutes under Darko, and if anyone in the league can make him do something, it might be Darko. Plus good rebounding, and in a 5-second offense, Ben might be doing something with some cutting and some passing. Royce, like I said, probably if you can get team friendly, whatever. If you can keep him good, and then Harry is there as a backup center if our guys come into any issues with health. We don't even need to sign.
Can I give you my perspective on why what this trade actually like? Can I give you Can I give you feedback?
Hell yeah.
Okay, great. So you make this trade on January 15th. Can I tell you the newspaper headline on January 16th?
No, it's made on the last day of the trade deadline because it's either you're re-signing Pascal for 5 at max or having him walk or this.
You already know you're not signing for max 5. You already knew that. Walking into this situation, you know that. Right now, the reports are not even close. So
exactly. So then he's going to walk. So this is basically, is he walking or are we taking this?
Okay, sure.
Because we can't have, as an organization, we can't have a Pascal walks.
Sure. Okay, so great. So February 8th, right?
Sure.
The February 9th, the newspaper headline, Toronto Star, breaking news, Doug Smith, Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster fired for criminal negligence. And basically, like everyone is jumping off a cliff because MLSE stock is tanking. This is the worst trade since the Vince Carter trade. Let me tell you why. Number one, you took on a very toxic asset, literally the worst contract in the NBA in Ben Simmons. There is no contract worse than this guy right now. It's bad. Even as an expiring, no one wants to bring him in. Basically,
falls off right in time for Scottie to get signed.
It doesn't, though, because Scottie's first year would run concurrently to Ben's. Scottie kicks in. So that's your first mistake. Your second mistake is you don't realize that Nic Claxton is an unrestricted free agent, which means he can literally walk for nothing. You're in the same position as Pascal. Number 3, Royce O'Neal is also an unrestricted free agent. He can also walk for nothing. Number 4, Harry Giles is trash. Number 5, Lonnie Walker is also kind of trash. You basically dumped Grady Dick and a much more valuable pick, and Siakam Poeltl, if you value him at all, and Pascal Siakam for possibly the worst haul in the history of the world. If you're going to make a trade with the Nets, I suggest you get back Cam Johnson in any future trade you ever make with them. So this is my objective opinion. People are free to agree or disagree. But as of right now, apparently 36% of people think you won this trade, which I think is crazy. I don't know how. I love Nic Claxton. Don't get me wrong.
He committed. It's not as bad. Like, let's say he committed to it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. You would have to be positive that you can get Nic Claxton back for 25, man. And I mean, 25 to 30-ish, right? Like, it's bad. I think it's bad. Anyways, on to the next caller. Thanks a lot for calling in, Chad.
Have a good one.
See you, man. Okay, next caller, Lil John. What's up?
That trade was terrible.
I don't think it was very good for Chad. I don't think it's good for Chad. I think respectfully, it was not good for Chad. It was not a good day. But you know what? I'm happy to do it this way. I'm not because the last time we did it, we had me acting as the Raptors, and then the other person would call in as the other team, and it was like both Raptor fans. So I'm just trying to be very fully objective and trying to fleece whoever calls in. So you're my next fleece. Let's see if I fleece you or you fleece me. All right, let's go.
All right. So just for context, does the team that trades for Siakam, do they have his bird rights?
Yes.
All right. So I got a Pistons Raptors trade.
All right.
So the issue.
Are you a Pistons fan or a Raptors fan?
I'm a Raptors fan.
All right.
So the issue with this is, would Masai trade one of his favorite guys to Detroit? This is kind of the biggest issue with this.
Yeah, I wonder if by the end of this situation,
like
is he still going to be one of his favorite guys because that relationship has.
Yeah, so I'm kind of playing on that.
Okay. Well, I mean,
right.
we're not gonna worry too much about who would or wouldn't. I'm not Masai Ujiri. You're Masai Ujiri. So I don't know what you're willing to do. If you're willing to do that, that's cool. I'm just the other team. So I'm the Pistons right now. Oh my God, you made me Troy Weaver, man. I hate Troy Weaver. All right, shit. All right, I'm gonna be the most competent version of Troy Weaver in the history of the world. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so Pascal Siakam to Detroit
All right.
Joe Harris,
Yep.
Asar Thompson, and Isaiah Stewart. Tell me that's not a great trade.
It's not a great trade.
You don't think it's realistic?
No, I'm giving you the best asset in the deal in Asar Thompson. If I wanted to trade Asar right now, I'd probably get multiple first-round picks for him, like decent first-round picks for him. You're not getting first-round picks.
So Masai would be telling Troy Weaver right now, do you still want to be a laughingstock?
Well, you're going to be laughingstock whether we get this guy or not. Getting Pascal Siakam is not making me. It's going to make me a little bit better.
But you max him out with Cade, with Durant, with Ivy, a couple other guys. You could be in a play-in in a year or two.
No, I feel that. I get you.
You could sell it.
Look, my fan base is desperate, but I am paid to not be desperate, and I don't want to trade you Asar Thompson for anything less than, a lot more than him. I would have done this deal for OG, maybe, if I knew OG would resign, which I wouldn't. I don't know this guy's going to resign, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to resign. So I'm not convinced. Now, unless you can get me on the dotted line saying he's going to come back and be a Piston and he's going to be happy to be here and he's going to be happy to be coached by Monty, I'm not really sure. I'm giving up Asar Thompson. I will engage with you in a trade framework that does not include Asar.
All right, so I'll pivot to Harris, Stewart, Ivy.
Okay.
Thoughts on that?
We're getting a little bit closer to something I could stomach.
All right. Well, by the way, Pensard, you're not Troy Weaver. What's your thoughts on Isaiah Stewart?
It's all right. Stretch big, a little undersized.
People don't realize he's Scottie's age. He's pretty young.
No, I get that, and he's really tough. And he's in a losing situation, right? MJ saying Pistons not too high on Asar.
Yeah, they're not even playing him. I'm telling you, he's gettable. That guy should be playing 40 minutes a night.
That's wild.
Look, that's a stretch, but he should be playing 33.
First of all, in 2 months, in 2-3 months, nobody sours that much on a player they just invested a top 5 pick in. It's just not. It doesn't happen very often. When it does happen, it's usually when the team that drafted that player didn't actually want to draft that player and drafted that player just because they were the best player available. That's not the case with Asar. So while Asar may not be playing largely due to the pressures to win games right now, it doesn't mean that long term value him any less as a foundational piece for this team. For me, the foundation of this team is Cade, Jalen, and Asar. Now, I see Jaden as a part of it. I don't necessarily know if I see Killian as a part of it, but I am more likely to be comfortable moving Jaden Ivey than I am Asar Thompson, because I think that while both could be very good, I'm more comfortable saying that based on what I've seen from Asar in my gym, that he's the type of guy who's going to work hard enough to become like an all-star or an all-defense guy. So I understand why you'd want him, but you don't have anything on your roster other than Scottie Barnes that I would ever trade for Asar Thompson right now. But I could engage in this Jaden Ivey thing, but I would want my pick back. I would want my second round pick back in that deal. Also, I'm a little bit. Let's expand this deal a little bit. So, I'm not sure what Pascal Siakam does for me right now. Just to be completely clear, he makes me a little bit better, but that just kind of worsens my pick this year. It does give my fan base a little bit of hope, but then do we really think we can re-sign him? Is this very short-sighted on my part? I have a lot of concerns about this. So, and I'm giving up Jaden Ivey, who I just invested a top 5 pick in last year. He hasn't really been great for us, but he's not bad. And there's still plenty of general managers around the league that value him a little bit more. If I'm losing Pascal, if I lose Pascal this offseason, I'm fired. This might break my fan base. So I'm not even sure I want to give you Jaden Ivey. I might be more comfortable giving you heavily protected picks instead of Jaden Ivey, bro. Sorry. Or something else. Like, I know you want something of value, and I like him, but like, man, how do you feel about Isaiah Livers?
Stop it.
Okay. How do you feel about Killian Hayes? Bro, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Come on now. Come on now.
Okay. How about James Wiseman?
Stop
you need
it.
a center?
Stop
You
it.
need a center? I mean,
He's got Biombo hands.
bro, I'm giving you a 22-year-old stretch big. What do you want from me? You want a former top 5 pick for your Pascal Siakam? Like, I like him. If I could keep him, I would give you. I would 100%. If I knew I could keep him, I would 100% give you Jaden Ivey. Eyes closed.
Can I make one more point on the Asar front? You know, you kind of convinced me that they probably wouldn't move him, but if you're trying to run a competent offense in 2024, you can't have 2 complete non-shooters. And
He's not going to be a non-shooter. He's not going to be a
non-shooter. If you're invested in Duran and Asar, they can't share the court at the same time.
Not yet, but Asar is going to shoot. He's in the gym every day. He works 2-3 hours a day. He has a repeatable. Dude, I'm seeing him every day. He's making shots. He's just not making them in the game. So
you think he's going to have the Scottie leap?
He could. He works just as hard as Scottie Barnes, man. He's an intense kid.
I don't know about that.
Raptors Nation saying Asar is overrated as a prospect. Legitimately, Herb Jones. Okay, Herb Jones is awesome, amazing. Number 1. And Asar is 20 years old. So if Asar, who is 3 years younger than Herb Jones was as a rookie, is projecting you Herb Jones right now, that's a very valuable player type. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, I'm more inclined to like, would you be interested in picks? I'm more likely to give up. Like, I'm more inclined to give you like a future protected first than something of this nature. Like, what about a lottery? What about a lottery protected 2028 pick, or even top 10 protected? Like, it's an asset. Protected. You're not like, I mean, you're staring down the barrel of signing a guy for 5 years you don't want to sign. I can give you a top 10 protected.
But we don't want to sign him because he plays the same position as our future superstar.
I mean, does he? Because your future superstar's Instagram profile says he's a point guard. So they can play together. I know they can play together. The real reason you don't want to sign him is because he wants 5 years. And we kind of like, we would pay him 5 years, 100%. Come to Detroit. Wins. I get it. I'd be happy to pay him 5. He's not bringing us to the playoffs. He's not bringing us to the playoffs, bro.
I don't know.
Come on. Don't cap. Like, what? He's gonna rally off 30 straight wins. Come on, man. We are in a hole from hell.
The spin move is really good.
Nah. Okay. So I'll make you a final offer. Like, I don't feel comfortable including Jaden Ivey and Asar Thompson. My job is kind of on the line right now. I'm not including Cade. I understand that this might be very distressing for you, but I'll include a very good player. Okay. And he is very young. Yeah. I'm including Marcus Sasser and Isaiah Stewart. I will give you both those young players and a future pick. Okay.
Top 5 protected.
Top
5 2028.
No, I can't give you top 5, man. Like, that's tough.
You guys should be good by then, though.
Okay, but I'll do you one more. Okay, like Joe Harris not having the greatest season. I will trade you also Bogdanovich. Do you want to get off of Jakob Poeltl's long-term contract? Now we're cooking, right? So I mean, look, I can do this for you. I can take that contract off your books. Do you want to clear your cap sheet?
All right. Let me hit it off.
Okay. So Pascal Siakam, Jakob Poeltl for Joe Harris, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, Bojan Bogdanovic, and a pick. Yep. I can live with this. I think having Jakob there will make it a little more likely that I can instill some of those winning habits and potentially even convince Pascal to sign. Let's try the trade. It failed because Jakob can't be traded, but otherwise it works. Okay, deal.
He's going to be trade eligible in 2 days, right?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, hang on. The last poll, which was the previous caller, 71% said the Nets won. Okay, let's check out how you did. Okay.
You actually think they wouldn't put Ivy in? Because I feel like they would.
Doesn't matter what I think. This is a trade show. I'm not an analyst when I'm talking to you. I'm Troy Weaver. I'm role playing 100%. I'm not giving you any of my real thoughts. Hold on one sec. I'll give you my real thoughts in 1 second. Hold on.
I need real thoughts.
My real thoughts are, honestly, I don't think that they are ideal trade candidates. But if they are trade candidates, I don't think Asar is on the table. I think that's a really heavy prospect. If you're hearing talks about Kuminga not being available, Jarris Walker not being available, Benedict Mathurin not being available, I think all those players would be available for Asar Thompson. So just reading the tea leaves on that, I think it's hard to make a case that Asar would be available. I do think Jaden Ivey was available, and I think you could have gotten him if you drove a harder bargain.
All right.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. But I do think, like, I mean, this deal is not terrible. It depends on how you feel about Jakob Poeltl's contract. If you value him, this is almost worse than the last deal. But you do get two young players that I do feel fit into your system, and you do get a player on a shorter term deal than Jakob in Bogdanovic that really does kind of fit. I probably think, like, if I'm the Raptors, like if I was the Raptors on this side, I probably would have pushed for a second first round pick as well. So I'd been like, okay, you don't want to ever give up, like I would have read the room. They're like, okay, you don't want to give me a top 5 pick, give me 2 top 10 protected picks. And then I think this could work. So if I'm the Raptors, legit, I think if this is the haul and that's what you're giving up, I think you need like 2 to 3 first round picks to make this deal. But yeah. Thanks for calling in, Lil John. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
See ya. Bye. Okay, we got Jace, and then we got Lane. Is this fun? I think this is fun. I mean, I think it's pretty fun. Okay, Jace, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
So I had like a couple pulled up because I don't want to make like this stream kind of boring if it's like the same teams. So I'm just gonna see which ones we did. Detroit and wait, what was the other one before this that we did?
We did
I forgot what the other team was. The first one. Oh, it was shit, I literally forgot. Like I completely forgot. Because I was so like in depth thinking about this. I think someone in the chat knows, right? I don't know. Okay, I just don't want to repeat anything.
It was the Nets. It was the Nets.
That's okay. So I think I'm gonna do this one actually. I have like a bunch pulled up. Let me just see which one's probably the best one.
Rank Scrub with the super chat. Thanks so much. What would you be willing to trade to get Cat? I mean, I like Cat. Pascal. I mean, straight up. Like, I mean, yeah, I think I would make that deal.
Okay, so I have it here. It's gonna be with the Miami Heat.
Okay. All right. I like the sounds of this.
It's gonna be so from our side, it's going to be Pascal, Dennis, and Chris Boucher.
Okay.
And then
all right.
The Raptors side, it will be Kyle Lowry, Tyler Herro, Nikola Jovic, and Haywood Highsmith.
Jovic.
Okay. Jovic.
Okay, say that again. Kyle Lowry, expiring contract. Yep.
Tyler Herro.
Okay.
Nikola Jovic.
Okay.
And Haywood Highsmith. No picks, it's just straight up. So if I was to sell this to you, it'd be basically this helps you guys extend kind of like your championship considerations because Kyle Lowry's getting really he's not like super washed right now, but he's 37. He's pushing, like he's getting pretty old. What if he like breaks down the playoffs or something? His age and stuff. So you get like a way younger kind of point guard. That saves like 7 years on that you could start. And then we have Tyler Herro. I know he has like I I'm pretty sure he's assumed like he doesn't have like the best contract, right? He has like it's ascending into like 30 mil, 30 something. So
I mean, so basically like a normal contract.
yeah, but I mean, I feel like he's not as coveted around the league because I mean, like he has a lot of his defensive liabilities. His wingspan is not ideal for two-way players, so you'd only have like that one-way impact. And then we also get the other two young players that are not like I purposely kept out the new guy in this. That was it, the Jaquez, Jamie
Jaquez.
Jaquez. Yeah,
you
sorry.
say you say Jaime Jaquez. I say hang up.
No,
So
no, no.
good for you that you kept your. Okay, I'm gonna use Pat Riley voice. Keep my Jaime's name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No,
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Okay.
Jamie. I purposely didn't include him because
It's
I know
Jaime Jaquez.
No, I'm talking about the other guy.
What
That's not in
other
the
guy?
trade.
Yeah, Jaime Jaquez.
Jamie.
It's Jaime.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the other guy that I did not include in the trade. Jamie.
There's no Jamie.
Yeah,
It's Jaime. I'm saying Jaime. That's his name. Jaime. He's Mexican. It's J is Ha.
Oh, hey. Okay. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, this is hilarious. All right. Mexican fans, give this video a like. Standing up for the pronunciations, bro. Okay. Maroon Prince saying troll. Trust me, he's not a troll.
I'm not trolling.
No, he's not trolling. Okay. Okay. So I'll let's talk through this. Kyle Lowry probably not in my long-term cards, but if he were, I could definitely bring him back. If I really wanted to, I can bring him back. He's expiring.
On how much money? You think you'd get it for a veteran contract? You'd stay there?
I don't know about a veteran minimum.
Exactly.
Obviously, I'm acting as a Heat here, by the way. So I don't know what you want, but like I think if I really want Kyle back as Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, I could probably.
Yeah, but what would he do for you at 38 years old?
He's still a good player, man. I mean, you may not believe this, but he's a better player today than probably Dennis Schroeder is for you. You're getting an upgrade.
But that's just projecting, though. That's like
no, it's not projecting. Those are literally his stats. I mean, if I put any value into the LeBron metric, Kyle Lowry is a 0.9 value positive LeBron. I'm trading you Dennis Schroeder. You're trading me Dennis Schroeder, who's a negative 1.77 LeBron. Now I understand Dennis Schroeder has, some upside over Kyle Lowry in that he's younger. He's probably a little bit less injury prone. He's on a longer term contract. He's a lot cheaper. So I can stomach it, but don't try to tell me that Dennis Schroeder right now is a much better player than Kyle Lowry. He's not. Pascal Siakam, of course, is the best player in this trade. And yes. I believe that I can re-sign him. I'm one of the few teams that actually I believe I can re-sign him.
And I feel like with his recent because I know everyone was saying that he's not shooting the ball well, but with a lot of space creation,
he's been shooting the ball pretty well.
Yeah, because
I've been noticing close to 40%.
Also, because in the Heat team, there's a lot of shooters, right? So there's going to be a lot of open space, and then he usually does well with the really open threes.
Yeah,
so I think he's going to benefit from that as well.
Okay. The only part of this trade, I'm giving you a very.
And you'll also get a bench piece in Chris Boucher for
I value everything you're giving back to me, but I have one problem with this trade, which is that I'm giving you the two young prospects, and I do believe in Nikola Jovic. I believe he is a rotational player in the NBA. He's nearly 7 feet tall and he shoots threes. That's a very valuable archetype. I don't feel comfortable including him in this deal and Tyler Herro. I feel like I'm giving you too much for an expiring contract who could walk. Now, I think I can re-sign him, but what if I can't? So I would like to take Jovic out of this trade, and I will add something else back. So I can see myself adding... You guys are down a center. I'll give you Thomas Bryant. You're losing a lot of size in this deal, and you're not getting any back. I don't think you realize. I mean, you got Siakam Poeltl out. Thomas Bryant's a really serviceable center. I can give you Thomas Bryant. He's also 26 years old. Maybe you can redeem something of him. He's been a serviceable starting big in the NBA at times. Okay?
Serviceable after you just got kicked off the Lakers. They're just being bad.
Yeah, but I mean, I can also tack on a second round pick for this. I can give you The 2026 LA second round pick, no protections. This is the deal I can give you.
Okay, well, okay, this is my counteroffer. Okay, it's take out the second round pick and Thomas Bryant. I would want a first round pick then back.
A first round
Because if
pick.
we're not getting Jovic, then Jovic, then that's something that's definitely
Okay, I'll give you a 2026 top 10 protected.
Top
Okay.
8, top 8.
No, I could be really bad. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Pascal Siakam, they're all aging out at that time. Okay, Pascal Siakam will be 33. Bam Adebayo is going to be my best player. I'm giving you my best young player in Tyler Herro right now. I'm not planning to be bad. This could be my rebuilding year. I can't risk a top 8 protected. I can give you top 10 protected. Okay, and I would want your Detroit pick back for this year in a weak draft.
No way.
I can also give you a second round pick.
A second round pick.
I'm basically swapping second round picks with you, and I give you the first round pick. I feel like I am now losing this trade.
Okay.
Because I'm making you better right now. I mean, I think I'm making you borderline equal right now.
Okay.
You may not
think...
see that, but Tyler Herro is like, you're pairing Tyler Herro with RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Scottie Barnes. I'm giving you one of the best young cores in the NBA, and you are giving me a chance to re-sign Pascal Siakam. I don't know why I'm including a first round pick in this. Like, what am I doing here? No, I don't feel comfortable adding this first round pick, man. I'll give you a different first round pick. I will give you a different first round pick. I will give you.
Okay, then I want less protection than, like, way less.
I'll give you 2028 top 8.
No, top 5. Then if it's later, top 5.
Okay, then I walk.
Oh.
I
really?
You have to understand, you're getting Tyler Herro back, bro. He's a good player. Like, he's
but he doesn't play defense, and he has a short wingspan, and we need defenders. We have no defenders on this team. That's the reason why Scottie is
bro. Like, you're staring down the barrel of losing this guy for nothing. I'm giving you a 23-year-old future potential all-star.
We got Mark Cuban on the other line. Like, got to empty out his entire roster for Siakam because he wants to win. So,
if he's giving you, is he giving you Luka?
No, he's giving
is he giving you Kyrie?
He's giving us a bunch of first round picks. He's giving us the Maxwell Prosper guy. He's giving us Josh Green. He's giving us a bunch of other players.
Let me just get Mark Cuban on the other line. Hold on one sec. Yo, Mark. I'm talking.
You don't know Mark like that, bro. Come on.
I know Mark like that. Mark's my boy. Mark, I'm talking to the Raptors. They're trying to sell me this pipe dream that you're trying to empty out all your draft coffers for. That's cap. Okay, my bad.
You can't just convulge with other, like, GMs while like talking.
No.
GMs talk behind each other's back while, like, trying to, like, play.
I keep you on the phone, okay?
Oh, really?
I kept you on the phone so that you could hear Mark Cuban call you a fucking liar.
Nah.
You're a liar, bro. No, they're not giving you multiple first round picks and shit. You'd be lucky to get Omax Prosper. You're talking Omax Prosper versus Tyler Herro. Did you not watch the bubble? Come on, man.
Do you understand how upset Luka is because they shut him down? It's because they wanted that lottery pick. Derek Lively he got so annoyed.
I think we've hit an impasse. Like, I mean, you think Chris Boucher is some valuable player. I think he's all right. I mean,
he's not okay. Off the bench with that system, he's gonna be like 10 minutes, like, pure energy. Like, pure, like, energy.
Congratulations. You're giving me,
you need it off the bench because everyone off the bench just
you're giving me 3 30-year-olds. And I'm giving you the best young player in this deal, and I'm giving you like the smart.
Pick a timeline because you got, like, half young players, half.
Look, man, I understand that I give something to get something. I'm giving you Tyler Herro on a very, very good deal. By the way,
really?
We are very, very close to 20 million or 18 million being an average salary. You're paying a future potential all-star, who can dribble, pass, and shoot. Which, by the way, you don't have a lot of those guys on your team. Okay, I'm giving you a 23-year-old who is ascending, who is a hard worker, who is swaggy as hell. And I'm giving you to a coach that has basically developed this exact player type into an all-star many times. Devin Booker, Desmond Bane, my God. Like, okay, so I understand what I'm doing here. I'm basically pushing my chips in now because I want to win with Jimmy, and this team is going to give me a bit of a chance to do that. I like Pascal.
Okay.
But I can't be giving you my picks top 5 protected when I'm supposed to be rebuilding, because I will be rebuilding.
Okay, fine. The top 8 protected 2026 then that you added first in the beginning.
I said top 10, not top 8.
Okay, yeah,
Top 10.
Fine, top 10.
Trying to bamboozle me. Okay.
Yeah, top 10. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the furthest I think real talks would go, honestly. I think this is like part of the. I don't know if I'm gonna get roasted now if I didn't. It doesn't even. Does it work? Oh, because it's 2026 second round.
Yes. Okay.
I guess you have to give a later second round then, maybe like a different.
It's not about the second round. It's about the first round. So I need to remove that.
Do like 27
to give you. Okay, so I have my 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029. Let me see if I can give you my 2028 top 10 protected. Okay. Let's try this. There we go.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's have people grade the trade. Okay, the last trade, who won? Detroit, 78%. All right, Rob's general manager hat doing well so far.
I think I did okay. I don't know if
I think you did okay too.
Yeah.
I don't think you did. I think you did about as well as anyone has so far.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I don't know. What would you realistically think I should have pushed for though? Because I mean,
Jovic.
Oh, you think I could have got Jovic if I kept pushing?
Yeah, you could have.
Damn! Shit. See, that's why I initially
like. I mean, it's not even like if you kept pushing, it's like what would you do to sweeten the pot? And I think that's why these deals have to be like done from a position of strength and not desperation. Because typically, when you call up a team and say, "I need to get rid of this guy," you get Aaron Williams.
Yeah, I just really want Dennis Schroeder off this team, bro. Like Dennis Schroeder to Kyle Lowry, even if it's like not playing. It's just gonna give that entire like young players so much of morale boost.
I completely understand. Like, anyways, it's Jace. Thanks a lot for calling in, man. Call in anytime. Thanks a lot. Cheers, guy.
Thank you.
See ya. All right. Next up, Lane. All right.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn to get fleeced. All right. What's going on, Lane?
What's up?
Okay. Which of the trades have you liked so far? Have you liked any of them so far?
I honestly just got here when the Heat one started. Well, at the end of the Detroit one, but the Heat one, I heard the whole way through. Okay. I'm not mad at either, honestly.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I honestly don't know if I could be mad at anything we're gonna get at this point because our backs are up against the wall, like extremely up against the wall.
Well, your back is up against the wall. Thanks a lot for telling me, the rival general manager. Tell me who am I? Who am I right now? Okay, put on your negotiation hat because you don't want to be negotiating from a position of my back is against the wall. Okay.
Well, I'm just talking from the Raptors fan perspective.
Okay, but don't be a Raptor fan right now. Be a Raptors executive. All right.
So I really wanted to do the Magic. I can't make it work, so let's do the Thunder.
Oh boy, you don't want to do the Thunder.
Yeah, I do. Let's have some fun, please.
Okay, sure.
So, I know you want Lowry Markkanen. I know you're playing hard to get right now. So I'm going to do you a favor. I don't want Josh Giddey in return. I understand that is the piece you're going to have to use to go get Lowry Markkanen. I completely understand that. However,
are you trying to approach this from the perspective where you think Josh Giddey is some vital part of my future? My future is basically anchored on Shea, Chet, and frankly Jalen Williams. Well, and everything beyond that is movable, including Josh.
No, I got you. I'm just saying that's your main chip piece to go get Lowry.
Yeah, but also he might fit in a little bit better in Utah than a market like Toronto, which you might want to think about too. Because if this dude goes to Toronto, your team is going to have boycotts. You might want to be careful about sending a guy like Josh Giddey to a socially conscious city.
Oh yeah, trust me, he's not coming here in this deal.
Okay.
Because I understand that you're gonna have to do what you have to do. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Thaddeus Young.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
You should be. That's veteran leadership. You don't have veteran leadership. You've blown a lot of leads this year. like
Have you?
20-point leads.
I mean, I know you're in Canada. You must know who Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, right? He's got
I
more
do.
maturity. He's got more maturity at 25 than pretty much everyone on your
I
roster. Get
do.
out of here.
I do. But that young team, man, you guys have blown like 2 or 3 20-point leads in the past month alone.
We also happen to be second in the East. Y'all are 7th from the bottom. You need to chill and recognize who you're talking to. I got 37 draft picks, bro. 37. Y'all have 6. Just chill. Okay.
I get that. All right. So this is what you're gonna do for me, or what I'm gonna do for you. Actually,
You've already done enough. You've already done enough.
I'm gonna take the Davis Bertans contract.
Oh, you're gonna take? Okay, cool. All right.
I mean, he's averaging 3.4 points a game. How important is he to you?
He's not that important to me. He's important in the sense that he is salary filler. Okay.
All right, then we move. I'm gonna take Kenrich Williams.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Ousmane Dieng because, as you know,
Dieng.
Yeah, my fault. As you know, I gotta get back a young player in this deal because if I don't, like, even if maybe I don't believe in his potential, if I don't get back a young player in this deal, fans are gonna come for my head. I gotta
Bro,
give him.
you should believe in his potential. He fits very, very well in your system. And fortunately, we have a lot of players who do a lot of stuff that he does, but I think he is a prime candidate to pop somewhere else. And next to a guy like Scottie Barnes and RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, like, you got yourself a really good one here. He's 20 years old, by the way.
I know
really good young player.
Do you have the time to wait around until he grows into the player that he can be? Probably
Fair
not.
enough. Fair enough. You know, at some point we have to extend him, and you know, if he pops for me, that'll be really difficult. But yeah, okay.
And then last but not least, Lou Dort.
Ooh.
Think about it. You got that treasure trove of draft picks. You're going to be able to go out there and get an actual true small forward instead of playing this guy out of position right now, right? You're paying him $15 million over a 4-year period where you can go out there and get somebody so much better at so many things. Like, you can go out there and get a 3-and-D guy that's going to be better and not demand the ball as much as.
Look, I mean, I'll be fair. I think Cason Wallace is a guy who can replace a lot of what Lou does, quite frankly. I get that. But having 2 of those guys makes me much more comfortable about my championship odds. I'll tell you what I don't exactly love about this Pascal Siakam, fit on my roster. Number one is I have very much trouble believing that he's going to re-sign long-term in Oklahoma City. We're not a big market, and we prefer the long-term contract. I'm already giving you Ousmane Dieng, who's a former lottery pick and is 20 years old. I'm going to give you one of the best assets in the league in Lou Dort as well. I don't think so. So, I mean, if you really want Lou Dort, I'll need a lot back from you in exchange for that, because I think that is a very valuable contract. He's 24 years old, locked into mid-level exception money, and he is absolutely a starter and one of the 5 best defenders in the NBA, in my opinion. In terms of defense, like in terms of perimeter defense, I think he makes you like a much better team. I think he's close to OG Anunoby as a defender. So I'm giving you a guy who is way cheaper than OG, way younger than OG, but just not as hyped and marketed as OG. I'm giving you OG Anunoby back in a lot of ways. He also hits threes. So
at 33%. Pascal's hitting threes from 46% the past month.
Yeah, I don't know how much I buy that, but I'm starting to look. I gotta say,
you gotta look this way. Your treasure trove of draft capital, right? You're gonna be able to go get a guy for cheaper that's gonna fit your system better and not demand the ball as much. Dort right now is taking 13 shots a game. That's taking shots away from Shai. That's taking shots away from Chet. That's taking shots away from J-Dub. That's taking development away from Cason Wallace, who, if you think he's that good, why would you take development away from him? Why are you taking shots away from him?
Look, I don't mind this. Like, this is comfortable for me in exchange for this. This is comfortable. The minute you start adding Lou Dort and stuff to it, I think you end into you go into territory that I don't necessarily want to touch. So what I can do for you is, instead of adding Lou Dort, I can take off Thaddeus Young just because, and I can probably give you I'll give you Poku. So I can give you Poku, Ousmane Dieng, Kenrich Williams, and Davis Bertans for Pascal Siakam. I know that this probably doesn't appeal to you long term, but you're getting 2 young players. I can't give you Cason Wallace. I'm not giving you Cason Wallace. I'm not giving you Josh Giddey. I'm not giving you Jalen Williams. I'm not giving you Chet. And I'm not giving you Shea. That seems like a lot. What I can do in order to ease the PR hit for you is I can give you a heavily protected first round pick, which will convey in, let's see. I'll give you Denver's 2027 first round pick. Boom.
See, if I'm not going to get back Lou Dort, I'm going to need more than that picks wise. Because you're getting a guy who, frankly,
is not going to resign, dude. I have it's a very long shot. Number one, there's two competing factors here. Number one, I don't know if he will resign. Number two, I don't know if I can resign this guy. I mean, you
have the most cap space.
We're a small market team. Number one. Number two, we are a small market team. Let's be real. Okay, our ownership is bloody cheap. And also we have Shea on 33 million. With the cap exploding, I understand that there'll be a little bit more value here, but I will eventually have to re-sign guys like Jalen Williams, at which point I will have to trade Pascal, probably with picks to get off that contract if he regresses, which I suspect he might. So this pushes me into a title window for this year. By the way, a window I don't even know if I want to be in. Like, we're the number 2 team in the West right now. We have a lot going for us. Boatload of draft picks. Having to tie myself to potentially $50 million of Pascal Siakam next year is not exactly as appetizing as you might think it is.
You know who you sound like? You know who you sound like?
Who?
The Memphis Grizzlies. Really young team, exciting, top of the West. What's happened to them in the playoffs the past few years?
Okay, well, injuries can happen to anybody. Injuries could happen literally to anybody. But
they're getting their asses kicked by experience. Come on. You need a guy who's been a number 2 on a championship team before, won an NBA championship, multiple-time All-NBA, multiple-time All-Star. We're not talking about LaMarcus Aldridge here, in the twilight of his career. We're talking about Pascal Siakam. We're talking about a guy who's 2-3 years removed from possibly being a top 15 player in the NBA and was not built around properly.
Here's the thing. It's really funny. I was reading an article today from 2019 in The Ringer that said Pascal Siakam is not an MVP yet. He's not even close. 2.74 LeBron. He's not even close. He would come in and he would be my 3rd best player. That may be uncomfortable for you to realize, but he would also be one of my oldest players. I'm not sure that he is as good as you think he is. I'm not sure if I re-sign him. I'm not necessarily sure that I want to even make a trade right now at all. I think that the trade that I would make is for a very reasonable long-term piece that I can trade next season. And he might not be on my team next season. And if he is on my team, that means I paid him 5 years, $250 million. And that scares me because as much as I like the guy, which I do, I'm not sure I like him $50 million a year enough. Okay. So that's where I'm at right now in this trade. So if that means that I'm getting rid of Ousmane Dieng, Kenrich Williams, Davis Bertans, and Alexei Pokusevski, maybe this is something I'm willing to roll on. Maybe I'm willing to just bring them into my system, boost my odds for this year, fine. But if I'm giving you real assets back, I have trouble with that.
All right. Can I pitch my picks that I would want?
Picks? Multiple picks?
Yes.
Jeez. Okay.
So you
already got one.
Yeah. Well,
you got a 2027 first round pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter that.
Okay, let's take it off. What pick?
So I completely understand that you're not going to be able to draft all these guys, right? So I mean,
that's not necessarily true. Everyone says that, but I have a plan for this. Do you want to know my plan? Do you want to know my master plan?
What's your master plan?
My master plan is international players can play overseas for a couple of years. Okay.
They can.
Yes. I can definitely bring on guys, especially with these late first round picks. I can take guys, our draft and stash, and I don't have to keep paying them right away. I can develop them in Europe. I can have that element of it. I can always move off of contracts. People think that I have some major problem. The major problem is actually that there will be drafts where 4, 6, 7 teams don't have a first round pick, and I will. So I'm basically at this point, I'm not necessarily even holding these picks as some sort of that I really like them. I'm holding them because you don't have them. If I have them, that means you don't have them. That's my master plan.
All right, let's figure this out. So,
Mm-hmm.
I want your 2024 Houston second round pick.
Oh no, not the Houston second round pick. Okay.
I'm taking very invaluable picks here, right? I'm not taking,
Sure.
and maybe one is of value, right?
Okay.
Depending on how good you think the Heat are next year, I think they're going to be very good. I think next year's their all-in type of year. So I want Miami's 2025 first round pick, and you could even add a top 8 protection on it if you don't.
It's already protected 1 through 14.
Oh, beautiful! Then give it to me. You at worst, what are you going to be getting? Like the 25th best player in the draft? You want to deal with that? Give it to me.
Well, no, I don't want to give you that pick. The reasoning is as follows. I really like a player in the 2026 draft. I love this player.
2025.
No, I know that, but if it doesn't convey in 2025, it continues to convey forward, and the protections get a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter.
That's true, but
there's a player I really like in 2026, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, and there's a player that I really like in 2027. And if you think that I'm kidding, please understand, I'm Sam Presti. I like players in the 2038 draft right now.
Yeah.
Okay, they were just born. Okay.
Are we going to bank on that the Heat are not a playoff team next year, though?
Oh, I'm not banking on anything. I'm just telling you that if they are a playoff team, then that pick becomes more valuable to me in 2026.
All right, let's circle back. Let's circle back to that. And then the last one, I want your 2029 first lottery protected.
My 2029 first
lottery
protected. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, unless I'm dead, this team is not going to be bad. Okay, I'll give you lottery protected, and that lottery protection goes until 2031, and in 2032 it becomes 2 second round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, done.
All right, and then I'm gonna go back because I'm gonna need another first out of this one way or another, and you could put whatever protection on it you want. I just need another first.
You're not getting another first.
I'm gonna need another first. What if I did?
You already got Alexei Pokusevski and Ousmane Dieng. I'm already way too far into this, bro.
Let's be serious. Alexei Pokusevski's back in Europe next year. Come on, let's be real.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's better than half your roster. Okay, let's be real.
He is not better than your roster. Can I get that Denver 2027? It's top 5 protected. Come on, Denver's not going to suck. 7.
He's better than Jalen McDaniels. He's better than Garrett Temple. Come on, man. He's better than quite a few players on your team. Okay, just stop it.
I gotta get another first out of this.
Okay, then you have no deal. I don't have to even make this deal. I don't even know why I'm making this deal. I don't have to do anything. I'm the second best team in the West, and I'm ascending.
What if we did 2 seconds?
No,
we can't do 2 second round picks.
You're getting a lottery pick in Ousmane Dieng that I know, by the way, that you really liked him in the draft. Okay, so that to me is like enough. You get Alexei Pokusevski, who is a player from the freaking continent and the same country as your head coach. You get Davis Bertans, who's going to become a boatload awesome expiring contract this offseason. I'm giving you already way too much value, and Kenrich Williams is not a bad player. So I'm sorry. Like, this is the best I can do for a rental on Pascal Siakam, who I don't think is going to resign with us.
Meet me in the middle. Can I at least get one more second?
No.
I get 2 seconds. I got to get 2 seconds in a first for this deal.
If this call extends one more second, you're about to lose that first round pick. Like, I don't need to make this deal. Like, I'm not driving a hard bargain. I'm just telling you, I don't need to make this deal. And you're getting Ousmane Dieng, who I think is, like, he's my least, I'm being honest, like, he's my least valuable player, but like, I know that this guy is 20. He's so young. He's a good young player, bro.
He is young.
He has potential. He has a wingspan. He's 6'10". He's very coordinated. And in a system with Darko Rajakovic, bro, like, he's going to develop. He's going to get some minutes with Toronto.
That's why I'm going to need him back for a 2-time All-NBA player. You thought it was free?
No. Okay.
I mean, because at the end of the day, listen, okay, if you're a small market anyway, why not get this guy in-house? He wants to win. He's said many times this year.
I'm setting a timer of 20 seconds for you to say yes. If you don't say yes in that 20 seconds, you're losing the first round pick.
Hold on. Okay, can I just give me 30 seconds to convince you?
Sure.
All right. You're getting a 2-time All-NBA player who's already been the second option on a championship team, right? You're bringing
5
him.
years ago.
You're bringing him.
He's
in.
not that player anymore. You know that.
He's
And
said multiple.
He's about to be 30.
He's
He's
said
had
multiple
injuries.
times this year that what he wants to do is win. Winning makes people happy. Winning makes him happy, right? So even if you all are a small market team, what is your chances of bringing this guy in if you don't already have him in house? What's your chances of re-signing him if you don't already have him in house? If you have him in house and you show
You
him,
assume that I view Pascal Siakam as my missing piece, which I don't.
He's one of your two. I told you still got to go out there and get Lowry. I'm letting you do that still. I
value Lauri Markkanen way more. And also, how am I supposed to play Lauri Markkanen, Pascal Siakam, and Chet Holmgren together? What kind of a weirdo basketball construction you think I'm trying to create the Twilight Zone?
You let Pascal lead your bench. Well, not come off the bench, but you start him and then let him lead the bench.
This guy got benched in 1/4 quarter and threw a fit and stormed off the court. You think he's going to take coming off the bench behind Lauri Markkanen and Chet Holmgren? You must be kidding.
You start him and you let him, because Lowry really likes to play the 3, right? So you put Pascal at the 4, and then when you stagger the minutes, so Pascal starts the first 5, 6, you take him out, then he runs the whole second quarter pretty much.
So Lauri's coming off the bench.
No, Lauri's starting at the 3.
Pascal's coming off the bench?
No, Pascal's starting at the 4. Chet's starting at the 5.
Oh my God. And you think I'm going to bring, oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me.
Shea starts at point, J-Dub starts at 2. And now you have Lou Dort coming off the bench. Congratulations, you're one of the best 6 men in the NBA. I literally just solved every single issue that you have.
You created a lot of issues with this lineup as well. Number one, there's one basketball, and now I have 5 guys who need it. Number two, I actually don't think my actions work with Pascal Siakam. The same thing that you might see Pascal Siakam, you see an all-star and whatever. I see him as a redundancy. I have Shea and Chet and Dub and J-Dub. He's replicating. You don't understand necessarily what you're doing here, because you're trying to trade me the best player, which no doubt you are. What you are actually trading to me is a redundancy that I already have on my roster, which is creation.
So what's the trade? So what's the trade?
Well, I mean, this is the trade. I mean, I'm giving you an expiring contract. I'm giving you 2 young players, and I'm giving you 2 picks. Like that's it. And honestly, I make this trade with my mind on, if I re-sign him, I'm probably trading him. Like, I'm not keeping this guy long term on my books. I'm taking a gamble that once I re-sign him, if I rehab his value, like this is a rehab deal. Like, I'm just trying to explain it from my side here. This is a rehab deal for me. If I can rehab his value and convince him to resign because I trust that he might want the 5-year contract, then I believe that I can get much more from him this offseason than what you're offering me or what I'm offering you. I can recoup some of this value back from a desperate team. But if he doesn't resign, I lose him for nothing. So my only thing is I'm hedging 3 bets. Option number 1, he's fantastic on my team. I re-sign him and he stays. This is not going to happen. It's just not happening. Cap building, team building, it's not happening. He's not on our timeline. Number 2, he comes into the team. He does really well. We rehab his value. And this offseason, we extend him to 5 years. And then 6 months later, we trade him for a very valuable pick heavy and prospect heavy package, probably from some team that sees the value. And we keep him happy until then. Option number 3, I lose him for nothing. And he does terribly on my team, in which case I have compromised all of these assets that I'm sending you right now, which I'm not going to die over. Like, it's a worthwhile gamble, but this is the biggest gamble I'm willing to put on the table. So this is take it or leave it. Moving on to the next caller, take it or leave it.
So the 2 picks, just so I'm hearing you right, it's the 2024 second, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the 2029 first.
Yep.
Can we do the 2026?
Nope.
On Dallas or Philly?
No. There's literally no more. This is the best that can be.
We can't do a second round Dallas or Philly pick. Give me 3 picks for this deal. You know that pick's not worth anything. That could be pick number 54, 55.
Bro, I'm adding the picks for your own sanity and for your own, press. I don't care about these picks as much as I care about the fact that I'm giving you 2 young players that are actually playing for me occasionally, and 2 players that I actually believe in Ousmane Dieng and Alexei Pokusevski, who, frankly, I don't need to give up these players to get Pascal Siakam.
He's playing 5 minutes a game? Why doesn't he play more?
Because we have a really good team. That's the thing. We have a really good team, and he's a really young player. He is a 20-year-old player. He's not playing because he's 20. That is very common in functional organizations. Okay.
How about Alexei?
Dude, you're basically in Alexei and Usman, you're talking about two guys who are just physically underdeveloped. Once they become physically overdeveloped and I'm able to resign them and extend them beyond their rookie contract, they'll become valuable role players for me. I know that. So I'm giving you two very good, valuable role players going forward who still have some flashing upside of starters. Okay, take it or leave it. I'm done with this trade. Yes or no? No?
We'll do it.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. I feel like you drove a very hard bargain, and I don't necessarily feel great about this trade, to be honest. I'm taking my hat off. I'm taking my Presti hat off right now. I don't feel great about this trade at all. Like I feel like you probably like. I don't feel bad about it either, though. I didn't really give you anything.
No,
I don't believe in Poku that much. I think Ousmane Dieng is definitely a redundancy on my roster as well. Pascal gives me a little bit of a window here. That those picks are not very valuable to me. I'm fine with what I gave up. I just, I don't know. I almost feel like if I was the real Sam Presti, I would take this deal and I would bring in a third team and I would ship Pascal off to that third team and get back a ton more value than this.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. It's really rough because the Raptors have pretty much already said, like, hey, we're not interested in bringing this guy back. And Pascal's pretty much said, yeah, I'm not interested in signing pretty much anywhere I go. And you're going to need my blessing for me to resign there.
I think it's a bit of a bluff on his part. He wants that fifth year. I can offer him the fifth year. I'm not too worried about losing him, to be honest.
Right.
I just said that to drive the bargain price up, but yeah. Okay, Lane. Thanks a lot for calling in, man. Appreciate it. Let's see how you do in the poll. I'm just trying to win every trade, and I know last year it drove people crazy, because I would do these trades and people would be like, "It's so mean. Why are you doing this?" I'm like, bro, like I'm trying to give the reality of the situation, and the reality of the situation is this is exactly what this looks like. You know what I mean? Like if you really listen to old general managers talk about deals that were on the table, how deals worked. This is exactly how it works. Teams drive a hard bargain. Teams are going to try to devalue your asset. They're going to tell you why it's not as valuable as you think it is. It's no one is just being like, yes, let's give you every pick in the world for Pascal Siakam. No one's doing that shit. Yeah. Anyways, man, thanks a lot. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, other than I kind of thought the same for OG and Anunoby, and so that trade really surprised me when we got all the value we got out of that. So maybe I'm hoping Masai has another wrap.
So basically, the deal that was initially on the table for OG Anunoby was RJ Barrett and 2 first-round picks.
Yes.
And the reason that deal was on the table is because Mitchell Robinson got injured and our defense was falling off. So we decided to save our season. We feel like we have a really good young player. OG wanted to be here. So, okay, like we made this deal, and those 2 first-round picks are not as valuable to us as putting a competent roster around Jalen Brunson. Difference here is we know OG's resigning with us, despite my video suggesting he might not resign with them. But we believe with 90% confidence that he will resign. If a team out there believed with 90% confidence that Pascal Siakam would resign, like if he could just get over that part of the hurdle and say, Atlanta, if you trade for me, I give you a handshake deal, I'm resigning, your offers go way up. Yeah. That's the whole problem. Right now, every team that's trading for him is trading for him with the knowledge that he has put it out there that he's not coming back. That is difficult.
I hear you. That's why next time I go in, I have a question I want to ask for sure, but I'm going to let this flow tonight, man.
All right, cool, man. Thanks.
No problem. Great night.
Yep. All right, next up, we have the Golden State Warriors, Mike Dunleavy. What's up?
What up, brother?
What's going on?
You're not going to be pushing me around like that.
I wasn't pushing anyone around. I'm Sam Presti.
Guy, that deal would never ever happen either way. Either way, like they don't need Pascal, like you said, and in no universe are they gonna take in Pokuševski and fucking Ousmane Dieng. Like this is not. That would just never happen.
I don't think you're necessarily wrong or right on that because number one, Pokuševski is a stretch big. He's a transition player, and I think that Darko would know him better than most. I'm not just making that claim because he's Serbian, but I also know that he knows him pretty well.
Sure.
Number one. Number two, Ousmane Dieng is exactly the type of prospect that the Raptors tend to value. And if it's a take it or nothing, take it or leave it type of deal, this isn't the worst deal in the world. You're giving Davis Bertans contract, which is very valuable. You actually would be surprised. I think the deal that comes back for Pascal Siakam will be relatively close in value to that. The only point you're right about is that the Thunder don't need Pascal. And this is the point. When you negotiate with me and you make me a general manager that doesn't need him, like obviously I'm going to lowball the shit out of you because I don't need him. But if you make me, a team that might actually need him, well, now I'll be a little bit more desperate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's and enter Mike Dunleavy Jr. Enter the Golden State Warriors.
Okay. Cool.
They need this. They need it bad.
You think I need this? Okay, cool. I won't disagree with you. Yeah. I'm 3 games under 500. I could use some help. Yeah. What are you offering me?
I'm offering you Pascal Siakam, who would be immediately the second best player on your team.
Would he be the second best player on my team? Yes. No debate. Yes, he would be the second best player on my team. Yeah.
There you go. That's all you need. So Pascal Siakam. And okay, so here's my conundrum with Golden. Like when I'm thinking of both sides here, right? And I think the easy thing is to package together Kuminga and Wiggins for the contract. But I feel like they'd want to keep one of those two, no matter what.
Sure.
I feel like one of those guys needs to. So I don't think you could package those two in a trade. So that's why I was thinking.
I'll give you Wiggins.
So Wiggins instead of Kuminga?
Yep.
Okay, so then I want Wiggins, Moody, and Pods.
You can't have Moody and Pods. I can give you Moody.
No. I hang up the phone just Moody.
Okay, I'm not just giving you Moody. I'll make it worth a little bit more your wow. But I'm not giving you Podziemski.
I mean, TJD. Sure, I'll take Trace Jackson Davis, or like I want 2 of the 4 young guys. That's what I need, and in return, you're getting the second best player on your team. And you can give it one more final run. You still have way more than enough in the tank, right? Gary Payton comes back. You've got GP. You've got Draymond. You've got Chris Paul waiting in the wings.
I can give you a heavily protected pick to make this deal happen. I can give you multiple picks to make this happen around this framework, but I will not give you Podziemski.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for Moody. Moody's not enough.
Okay.
It's got to be Moody. It's got to be Moody, and like even if
I'm giving you multiple picks, I can give you multiple picks.
2 firsts. 2 firsts, no protection.
I'm heading no protection. Are you insane? No. This will be heavily protected, and protected till I die. No, look, I can give you. Let's see here.
Here's the thing. Wiggins has a bunch of years still left on his contract. So that alone, in order to take that contract.
I'll actually make this, I'll sweeten this pot for you. I'll give you Chris Paul. You give me Jakob Poeltl. How does that sound?
So Moody, Wiggins, and Paul?
Yeah, so I'll give you Chris Paul, right? You give me Jakob Poeltl and Dennis Schroeder. I'm taking off.
How does that help us?
It helps you tremendously. Chris Paul is expiring. His contract's not guaranteed for next year. You get boatloads of draft pick. You get boatloads of cap space. Well, you don't get cap space, but you get off of a negative contract in Jakob Poeltl. You don't have to pay Dennis Schroeder next year. You don't have to risk going into free agency with Pascal Siakam. And I will give you a first round pick for this. Like, I will give you a very lightly protected first for this.
Nah.
I'll give you 2025 top 8 protected.
We need players. We need players here. And if you're only giving me one serviceable player in
what? What? Okay, first of all, Andrew Wiggins, like 2 years ago, held about as much value as Pascal Siakam when he was dominating and being the second best player in a finals run. And yeah, he's been going through some stuff, but he's younger than Pascal. And he could thrive with you guys. And he's on a long-term deal. You just took a swing on RJ and it's paying off. Don't
I
underestimate
I
home.
can't do this.
Okay.
I can't do this. I'm giving you the 3 best players in this trade and only getting 1 pick and a middling young player in return. Moses
Okay.
Moody's high end upside. Like, who's a good comp for Moses Moody reaching his maximum potential?
Okay. What if I gave you Jonathan Kuminga?
Along with Moody?
In place of Moody.
In lieu of Moody.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where I think that it doesn't work.
Why?
I feel like I need to keep either Wiggins or Kuminga. Right?
But you're not me. I'm me. So don't worry about what I'm doing.
I know. I know. I'm trying to play both sides here.
Don't do that. Okay. So what if I traded you Jonathan? What if I added Kuminga to this? Okay. Took out Moody, and Moody becomes my Kuminga replacement at the small forward. Like, he becomes my de facto forward. And you guys can roll with Jonathan Kuminga. How's that? So you get a long forward. You get to put him in your development system, unlock him. These are all transition offense players, man. You are getting so much better. You are actually getting better because you have athletes and decision makers and guys who actually thrive in transition.
So that's 60 million going one way, and then we've got 37, 47, 56, 60, 68 going in Golden State's way. I don't think that's going to work. Like, functionally, I don't think it would work.
Yeah, giving up
16. Sorry, it's 69 versus 61. So we're $8 million off. Regardless, what do I take this Jonathan Kuminga? I mean, I need to replace Siakam. You got to throw in Trace Jackson Davis.
Nope.
Well, you want Trace Jackson Davis, or you want an
established
veteran?
I'll give you Kevon Looney. Give me Grady Dick.
Man, no, I want a real center. I don't want Kevon Looney.
He is a real center. He's a starting center on a championship team. And he's 27 years old. Are you kidding me right now?
I need guys that can shoot, if anything. What's the pick coming back to me?
Honestly, now that I'm giving you Kuminga, I don't feel so comfortable giving you picks. I'll give you a 2029 lottery protected.
What have you got? 2025 round 1, 26 round 1.
Yeah, I'm going to be rebuilding during that time, dude. This is actually pretty fair. Do you want to see it? Here.
Yeah.
See it played out. It fails because Jakob Poeltl, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I can't give you a 2029 pick. Hold on. I need to change the pick. Do I need to give it 2028? I think maybe, let's see. Do I even have 2028? Yes, I do. Okay.
Okay. I would probably take that.
Let's see.
Now, what I would really want, and if I got
it works.
So if I got the impression that they were desperate, I would insist on pods. I would insist on pods instead of Looney.
No, they don't do it.
You don't think they? No
Dude,
chance in hell.
They're starting him. They're starting him. He's 21 years old, and they're starting him, and he's a really good player.
I love it.
Like, unless they knew for sure that Siakam is definitely coming back, I don't think so. And I think I make this deal only because it allows me to keep Draymond on the team. It brings Pascal in. I think Pascal and Draymond make a really interesting front court duo. Plus, I hope that with Siakam in tow and Moody kind of like the spacing forward, Podziemski coming off the bench, like, I have something here. Like, I think I could make something work. Jakob and Podziemski coming off the bench. I like this for myself. Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench in place of what is often a very injured I'm actually surprised I didn't ask for Otto Porter back in this deal. I probably should have taken him, but whatever.
I changed my mind. I want to scrub this. I don't want that.
What do you not like about this?
So I'm giving you Schroeder. You just said it yourself. I'm giving you Schroeder. I want Pods
I don't
back.
even like Schroeder, dude. I don't like Schroeder.
For all his warts, he's got a chip. He's got a chip with
okay.
with
Wipe
LeBron.
Schroeder. Give me Otto.
Yeah, you can take Otto.
Great. This
Okay.
actually works out even better.
No. But sorry. In addition to Schroeder, so you get Schroeder and Otto.
Oh, you
and you can keep Kuminga. You give me Moody and Pods back. That's what I want. So I want it to be Kevon.
Okay.
Chris
When
Paul.
I say a guy is untouchable, he's untouchable. Podziemski and Curry for me are untouchable, and Kuminga is borderline untouchable. I'm giving you a player that I consider borderline untouchable.
So theoretically,
look, man, my owner loves the guy. I don't know. My owner loves him. I didn't draft him.
Theoretically, let's say I offered you. Let's say a trade worked where it was Pods and salary filler, so no one else. It was just Pods and salary filler for Pascal and pieces. You wouldn't take that. You're that much in love with him.
Yep.
Look at your team right now.
I get it. We love him. We like him. We have
Yak and Skills on the team. You're essentially you've got Yak and Skills. You got Steph.
Where are these guys going to be when Steph Curry retires in 3 years? Where are these guys going to be? 3 to 4 years is what I have with Steph, and declining fast. By the way, he's no longer a top 5 player in the NBA. So he has exited the top 5. He will next year exit top 10. Next year he'll exit top 30. And by the end of it, he's going to be like Reggie Miller at the end of his career. He's already defensively compromised. He wasn't 2 years ago. Now he is. I need defenders. I'm giving you defenders. And that's the problem, right?
Steph left on one leg is still the best shooter that's ever played the game.
That's not true.
That's always going to be valuable to
okay, well, he's not exactly the biggest athlete, and we know that. We know that we need a lot around him to unlock him, as evidenced by his abysmal performance against the Raptors. We know that we can't just throw Steph out there and be like, okay, go do shit. He's not Michael Jordan. He needs a lot around 100%. Him, okay? He needs spacing around him. He needs transition players, and he needs defenders around him, which is why we're keeping Draymond despite him being a headache. And I'm giving you 4 of the best players on my team, in my opinion, for, okay, good. Some players coming back, but I'm sorry.
Chris Paul is just a contract at this point.
He's still one of the best players on this team, and he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
That's fine. But
he's still one of the top 70 players in the NBA.
You know why the Raps are doing this? They're doing this to bring in young talent and
okay. Well, you got a young talent and you got a draft pick. I'm sorry, you're not getting more than that.
I don't know, man. I don't know that I can do that.
Okay, cool. Let's move on then.
Yeah, agree to disagree. That's too bad. Yep. I think if this GM caps off.
Mm-hmm.
I think if this was to go down, if it was just like Kuminga coming back, I think they probably do take that. Right?
Here's
I don't
the thing.
know how crazy I would be about that as a fan.
Yeah, obviously.
But like Kuminga, he does some dumb shit. Like he shows flashes for sure. I do like him. Like him. But he does some dumb shit. And is he just a better version of Precious? Right? Like I don't know. I feel like
he's number one, he's 21 years old. Number 2, he is much better than Precious. Okay, so
much better. 100%. He's much better. I do realize that.
He's just more advanced. He's he projects to be a very different type of player. But yes, he does make some mistakes that feel egregious. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I still take that.
Okay, cool. Are there any? No, I gotta move on to the next caller, Vince.
No, do it.
Mike Dunleavy. All right, peace, man.
That was great, man.
See ya. Good trade. Yeah, or good non-trade. Okay, so let's start a new poll. So the last one, we have 63% said OKC won. So it was a little bit closer. So we're getting a little bit closer to me losing a trade. All right, start a poll. Who was okay? the new poll is who should have caved. So on the negotiation, who should have caved? Golden State Warriors or Toronto? Okay, we got sports opinion, and then we got Mohammed Hassan. Sports opinion, what's up? Hello? Your mic is off, bro.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, this is my first time doing this. I'm in a wheelchair.
No worries.
Can't really hold the screen up that good. But
It's all good.
are we still doing the Raptors or is it another team?
Raptors plus another team. I'm going to be the other team.
Okay, I was
But
thinking.
you want to do a trade that's completely non-Raptors related?
Oh no, I want to do Raptors and Bulls.
Raptors and Bulls. Okay. So you're going to be the Raptors in this case. I'm going to be the Bulls. Okay.
Oh,
Are you a
okay.
Bulls fan or a Raptors fan?
Neither one. I'm a Cavs fan. I wanted to be the Bulls.
Oh, you want to be the Bulls.
I think I got a good trade for you.
Okay. For one caller only, because you're not a Raptor fan, so you're not going to be a homer about the Raptors. I'll put on my Raptors hat. Okay, you can be the Bulls. All right. Make me an offer, man.
I'm thinking about. I want to give you Zach LaVine.
Okay.
And I want Pascal Siakam.
1-for-1?
And I'm thinking another guy that I would give you. How about this? I'll take. Let me see. I'm thinking Scottie Barnes.
Nope.
Not at all. Not even close. If I give you Patrick Williams and another player, you wouldn't take him?
We didn't trade Scottie Barnes for Damian Lillard. We didn't trade Scottie Barnes for Kevin Durant. And he's like a soft, like he's definitely soft, borderline All-NBA right now. And he's 22 years old. You couldn't trade, like, let me tell you what you'd have to give me for Scottie Barnes. You would have to give me Kobe White, Patrick Williams, and 450 first-round picks for the rest of your life. Like literally till year 2,900, you would still be giving me first-round picks. Like there's nothing on your roster that interests me for Scottie. Not happening. So what else you want to add to this deal? Hello? I think sports opinion is gone. Okay, cool. Moving on. Mohammed Hassan, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Is there any noise problems like last time, or is everything okay now?
No, everything's all right. What's your trade?
I want to do Toronto, and I've been looking at the Miami Heat because I think Miami would be a good place for Pascal. Not to say I want to resign back.
Okay.
So
we already did a Miami trade earlier, just an FYI. We did Tyler Herro centered pick, centered trade. Are you also about to do a Pascal for Herro trade?
No, not really, because
okay, cool.
I'll do Siakam for Lowry, Jovic, and 2 first-round picks.
Okay.
Well, the thing with the first-round picks is I want them both to be unprotected. So I think that I don't know if you do that.
Nope. Not a chance in hell. But I will give you 2024 top 5 protected.
Okay.
Which is as good as I can do there. And I'll give you 2028 lottery protected. Because I don't know where Jimmy Butler is going to be at that point, probably out of the league. So given how his body's run into the ground. So those are the 2 picks I can give you. Now, the framework of this deal, yeah. So I give myself a compete window now. I'm losing Nikola Jovic, who's a young player that I really believe in. I'm giving you 2 first-round picks. This feels like a lot. And Kyle Lowry is a really, really valuable expiring contract, probably more valuable to you, given the fact that, you know, you're Toronto, and you can probably sell a lot more tickets on him. Shit. How would you feel about? Okay, so I would. How about? The problem is I don't have bad contracts. have a lot of really good contracts on my team. And that's a problem. So let's see where we are contract-wise. We are close. So how would you feel about...
So Jaime is off limits too, right?
Jaime is off limits for sure. How would you feel about Hayward Highsmith, who is a very good player, but okay, no, I don't want to give up Hayward. We need to win. Okay. This might be a tough pill to swallow, but how about Duncan Robinson?
Yeah, I would take Duncan, and I'd probably give you. I wouldn't mind giving Schroeder, honestly. I don't think Schroeder would be bad on Miami.
Okay, we would want Dennis Schroeder. We would want a little bit more than that. So so we add Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, and Kyle Lowry. Okay, Duncan's 29 years old, fits really well around Scottie. He's a fantastic rebounder. We take Dennis Schroeder, kind of clear the way for Scottie to play a little bit more point once Kyle Lowry retires, etc. And we would also like to take, let's see here. Want to win now. I need to replace some shooting though. Shit. You know what?
I'd give you Otto back. Because as you said, you're in a win now mode, and those three guys, I think, would definitely help Miami in the playoffs.
Dude, I'm giving you 3 shooters for 2 non-shooters. I mean, I need to replace Dennis Schroeder here. Hold on. Can I get Gary Trent instead? Let me see if the salaries even work. Try trade. Failed because need to cut $1.2 million from the trade. So it's real close. Wait, who needs to cut 1.2 million? Oh. Okay. Okay, so you get your serviceable center to replace Jakob Poeltl as a freebie because I need to give you more contracts. Plus, it fills your final roster spot. And this deal would work. Do you do this deal?
I would, unless you can add maybe 2 second-round picks. Would that work?
I'm giving you 2 firsts for Pascal Siakam. Could walk for nothing. Gary Trent Jr. could walk for nothing. These are expirings. And I'm giving you a young player I actually believe in. So yeah, that's 2 first-round picks, and Nikola Jovic is about as much equity as I'm willing to give. Plus, I'm giving you Duncan Robinson, a shooter. Yeah, I can't give you more than this. Yeah. I like Pascal, but yeah.
Yeah, if I'm Toronto, I actually would do this because I like Jokic. I think Jovic, he's actually been playing a lot lately. I've been pretty impressed by him. Robinson's a good shooter. Toronto definitely needs more shooters. Lowry's a good mentor. Bryant, I think, is just a big centerman in case something happens to get Poeltl down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miami, they get Pascal, and they get Otto, a good veteran, and they get Gary.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind that. Actually,
let's ask the audience.
Yeah, I don't think I personally wouldn't. I wouldn't mind it.
Okay, let's see if your fan base agrees. Toronto, cool. All right, cool, man. Mohammed, thanks a lot for calling in, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Okay, Steve-O, what's your deal? Hello, Steve-O, you gotta turn your mic on, bro.
Sorry, buddy.
No worries.
You want to be the Bulls?
I want to be the what?
Do you want to be the Bulls?
No, I'm the Raptors.
You want to be the Raptors?
I am the Raptors, yes.
Okay. All right.
As DeMar
okay.
said, I am Toronto. Okay.
That's exactly who I want to give you back. I want to give you back
That's interesting.
DeRozan, amend relationships a little bit.
Okay.
And I want DeSumo.
Okay. Cool. I've heard that you've been very interested in him. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I'll give you Pascal for DeSumo and DeRozan.
Okay.
And a first round pick.
Who's given the first round pick?
The Bulls are given the first round pick.
I'm adding a first round pick to this.
Yeah.
No.
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 What about if I give you a young player? What about
who's the young player you're going to give me for me to add a pick? Like I don't have picks to add, FYI. Like my pick here, like it's gone. Wait, I can't even trade it. What? 2024
lottery.
Well, I technically already traded it. Sorry. So yeah, so it's not even on cap.
So it's lottery protected.
Yeah. So 2024 is with San Antonio right now, and I the earliest I think I can trade is 2028 first round pick, and that's a really far away pick. So it would be heavily protected. But what young player are you talking about giving me here?
I know you have a thing for I'm just looking here. I know you really like a young player that we've only played a couple games, but Jonathan Porter or John K. Porter.
Sorry, I'm the Raptors. You're the Bulls.
Okay.
So you want me to give Jonte Porter, which I can't because I'm a two-way contract. I don't think two-way guys can be traded.
I thought Norwell and because we got rid of Ron Harper. Okay, that's
bro. You're the Bulls, so yeah. you got to negotiate from the perspective of the Bulls. Sorry, okay. You're the Bulls. I think you're confusing me now.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so I get Pascal. Mm-hmm. You give me DeMar DeRozan.
And I Sumu. Yep. He's 23 years old and a very good young player. Okay.
Yeah. And second round pick going to I'll take that deal if you want to do that deal.
Okay. How about this deal? No picks. Like I give you Ayo Dosunmu, who you really liked, you wanted to resign him, DeMar DeRozan, I get Pascal Siakam. Deal?
Mm-hmm. I'll take that deal.
Okay, cool. Done.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Wait, it failed. It failed because it can't be done until January 15th. Okay, thanks a lot for calling in, Steve. I appreciate it. Cheers. Yeah. Okay. And I guess you can let me know if there are any more. Wow, what the hell is happening here? I'm looking at the last who won this. Miami's barely winning. Really? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of Kyle Lowry fans here. Cool. I'm not really sure. I think the last one was a bit of a fleece personally, but okay. Start a poll. Okay. Okay. I didn't lose my poll. What are you talking about? They said Miami won. I was Miami. I didn't lose. Or did I? Are you suggesting I lost this trade? Oh, damn. Okay. My thoughts on this Bulls Raptors trade. My thoughts are DeMar DeRozan probably not super thrilled to be coming back. DeMar DeRozan super redundant on this roster. A roster which is starved for defense now just adds a small forward shooting guard. So now basically I'm starting DeMar as an isolation scorer who's shooting a little bit better from three, granted, but is a bit of a defensive liability still. To add to my rebounding and defensive woes, I now have DeMar DeRozan and RJ Barrett together on the same court as Scottie Barnes and Siakam Poeltl. Like, this is not a great basketball fit, in my opinion. I lost the Golden State poll. No, I didn't, because oh, right, because I should have been caved, because I could have caved. No, it's a walk away deal. Oh, I get what you mean. So you're saying that I should have caved in order to get Pascal. Yeah, fair enough. But he was asking for Podziemski, wasn't he? Like, I'm not giving him Podziemski. Like, you guys are crazy if you think so. No. Okay. I don't know if we have any more callers, but this was interesting. I'm surprised. Okay, so here's the thing. The people who should have, like, the teams that I wish I could have negotiated as: Indiana, Atlanta. I think Golden State is desperate enough, but not desperate enough to part with Podziemski, which is why I was willing to give up Jonathan Kuminga in that deal. But Vince drove a hard bargain, and he was very, very much pushing for multiple young players. And I just don't see myself giving up Podziemski or Kuminga plus Moody. I don't necessarily think Andrew Wiggins is some beautiful contract. I understand that I'm selling him low, right? Rob, thoughts on this 3-team deal? Raptors get Jarris, Buddy. Hawks get Pascal, James Johnson, Jalen Smith. Pacers get Capella, DeJounte. Add picks where you see fit. It's pretty even, actually. Yo, bro, that was the craziest trade I think I ever seen in my life. I value Pascal Siakam just a hair more than Zach LaVine. But to add Scottie Barnes to that, like, that's crazy. Market checks, I'd hop on and negotiate Pacers with you. Do it. Call in. Absolutely. If you guys don't mind, I would like to take like a 2 to 3 minute break. Let me see what I can play in the meantime while we do that. But yeah. Can I share something exciting with you that's happened to this channel over the last day? So if you remember my Jonte video, I mentioned that we had our first video hit 30,000, and I was really, really happy. We got 30,000 views on a video. It was the first time it's ever happened for us. Previous high was the Joe Wieskamp video, which I think hit 20,000 or something. And I was very excited about that. Now, there's a lot of channels out there that got major, major views, and we just haven't really ever been one of those channels. I mean, we get a lot of views by aggregate, but I think that's because we release a lot of videos and they get 3,000-4,000 views. But we've never been like like you guys see sometimes Goateology is like a 80,000, 120,000 video view. Anyways, long story short, when I made that video, we had our first video hit 30,000 and our second video hit 30,000, which was really cool. But guess what? Took a nap, woke up. The video that just hit 30,000 actually just crossed 40,000. How's that for cool? I don't know if the analytics are going to show it, but it did. The Scottie and RJ Barrett video crossed 40,000 on my side. I don't know if front facing it shows that, but it's kind of cool. Market checks. How do I call in? Bro, the link is in the description. You just need a phone or a computer with a mic. But yeah. Okay, let me figure out what I need to play and then play it. Oh, I have an idea. For 3 minutes. Oh, we got Penny Hardaway calling in. Okay, y'all mind? I really need to go to the washroom. So like I drank way too much coffee before this, so I just gotta go. And I'm just going to put on a little bit of music. It's like waiting music. This is terrible. Terrible music. Is this better? I don't know, man. Okay, if y'all need to grab some popcorn, grab some whatever, you can do that. I'll be right back. And I will put up the screen. What screen? Yes. Okay, I'll be right back in 2 minutes. How goes? Okay, I'm back. Right before we fell under 200 viewers, I am back. Okay, market checks is on. Market checks, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Too much. What's going on?
Nothing. Just seeing these interesting trades. I actually like the Pacers thing you brought up. I'm surprised nobody did that with you yet.
Okay, so make me a trade that I can't refuse.
All right. So, as you know, the Pacers got a couple of Canadian boys over there that I think Masai would be interested in.
It's weird how the Pacers and the Celtics, like, they just keep drafting these Canadians. The Cavs too. Like, well, what is up with this? It's very interesting. They're just like the cold market teams. They're like, hey, you're from Canada. You can't complain about the cold. Perfect.
Yeah, I've been noticing that over the years.
Okay, so the Indiana Pacers, who are 22-15. All right. What's the deal?
All right, so I would definitely want to center this trade around either Mathurin for Nemhard.
You can center it around Nemhard.
Okay. And I would also like to take Miles Turner off your hands.
Nope, not happening. Signed to a very reasonable contract for 2 more years. He is my rim protection. Siakam is not going to replace him. He's a stretch big. I understand Pascal shooting a little bit better from 3, but he's a younger player, and in my opinion, the better player. He's close to. He's not the better player, but he's close. He's really close in terms of value. Plus, he's making like way less money. No, I'm not giving you assets plus Miles Turner. Miles Turner is off the table unless you're giving me like Scottie Barnes or something like that. Are you giving me Scottie Barnes?
Oh, definitely not. That
Okay.
wouldn't even make any sense on our end. Yeah.
Okay.
What
you can take Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Buddy Hield unless like we're just trying to match salary. I don't really think he has
Well, you're gonna have to
value on our timeline.
You're gonna have to take Buddy to make this deal work. You're gonna have to take Buddy and TJ or Buddy and somebody to make this work, because otherwise, like, I can't absorb your $37 million contract with a guy who makes $2 million.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about we? Okay, what about so I'm still on Miles, but we put Yak in there for you. No,
we run we run the fastest offense in the NBA. What are we gonna do with Siakam Poeltl, bro?
Okay, fair enough. All right. What about? We need another young asset. What about Obi Toppin or Dries Walker? How you guys feel about them?
Sure. Obi can be included in this.
Okay. I guess we have to take that back, Buddy, to make the numbers work, right? All right. And then what do you guys' pick situation looking like?
We have a couple of first-round picks in 2024, our own pick in 2025, our own pick in 2026, our own pick in 2027, our own pick in 2028, which is to say we're in a pretty good position picks-wise. We can give you one of those picks for sure. Which one would you like? And I'll tell you what the protections would be on them.
Okay, I'm looking more towards like the 2026-7 first round.
I can give you 2026 lottery protected.
Okay.
Okay.
And 1 second round, and I think we could call it a day.
Okay, I can give you 2028 second round pick.
All right. Yeah, okay. I like the value on this deal for both sides.
Okay, you're taking three players back at $28 million for one player going out at 36. Okay, let's just check one thing here. How would you feel about swapping Jordan Nwora for Grady Dick?
Jordan Nwora. Nah. What about you guys got Isaiah Jackson there?
Mm-hmm.
You would do that for Grady?
No.
No. Who do you like for Isaiah?
Emmanuel Quickly.
Quickly?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't do that. No, because Quickly is our starting guard.
I can give you if you include Emmanuel Quickly, I can give you like multiple firsts.
I don't think that would make sense. I think Quickly is playing pretty well with Scottie.
What if you gave me Quickly and Grady, I can give you Jarris Walker.
No,
and picks.
Like that. No, I don't.
Okay, hold on. What if you gave me quickly? I can give you Benedict Mathurin.
No, I still don't think it would make any sense.
Damn.
What about Jalen Smith?
I like him a lot, and
Okay.
I'm losing Obi Toppin. I need him.
What about if we swap Obi, put Jalen, and we add Grady Dick?
So take out Obi.
Yeah.
We add Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
And you'll add Grady Dick.
Yeah.
Bet. Okay.
Yeah, I like that trade much better, actually.
You may like it much better. Unfortunately, it doesn't work cap-wise because now you took back a cheaper player and added a player. So you're going to have to take another player back. Unfortunately, I don't know what I can give you back now to make the salaries work. I'm already giving you my backup point guard. I can't give you TJ McConnell. I'm not giving you Bruce Brown. He's a very valuable player. I'm not giving you Neesmith. Not giving you Jarris Walker here. So I still have to give you Obi Toppin.
Okay.
But maybe I take off the pick. I take the first round pick off. The 2026 first round pick. So I'm gonna give you Obi Toppin here. So you get a bunch of young players. You get 3 young players here. I'm giving Pascal Siakam and Grady Dick. I take the first round pick off, and I'll give you a second in place of it. I'll give you a much more current second. I'll give you a 2024 second.
Would you be interested in taking off both the second round picks and just making it one first round?
No, because I'm giving you Obi plus Jalen Smith plus Andrew Nembhard, and I don't know what Grady Dick is. Y'all can't seem to make it work with him. Maybe I'll make something work with him, and okay, sure. You know what? I'm feeling generous today. I'll give you. Okay, cool. I will give you 2024. Okay, which is this coming year, top 10 protected first round pick. How's that? And I want in exchange, I want your second round pick. The Detroit second round pick. How's that?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, cool. Let's see if this works. It failed because I got to cut $600K from the Pacers incoming. Oh, damn it. I hate when these trades are so fucking close and they got to fucking be hung up on less than $1 million. Okay, we gotta add something real small to this. Hang on. So I gotta send back like a veteran minimum guy, pretty much. Jeez, I don't know who to send back. I'm not giving you Ben Shepherd, bro. Like, okay, I'll give you back James Johnson. Fuck, we needed that guy, but I gotta do that to make the deal work. There we go. Deal?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay. I think this might be one of the fairer deals done, but sure. Okay, man. Thanks a lot for calling in, Market Checks. Appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
See ya. Okay, let's see how you guys feel. In terms of the last trade, which I feel like there's a conspiracy to try to make me lose one of these votes because I don't understand how the hell who won. Chicago got. Wow. Y'all really not feeling Pascal Siakam, eh? Chicago, only 54% of people think that Chicago won the last deal. I'm shocked. Genuinely. I'm a little bit shocked. Shocked by that. Okay. I gotta put the poll up. No, it's not. It's obviously not fair, of course. Okay. Start a poll. One. I'll give it to you from both sides. Clearly, okay, I don't want to taint the poll, so I'll just give you my thoughts on this deal. I think Grady Dick and Pascal Siakam fit super well with what the Pacers want to do as a basketball team around Tyrese Haliburton. I do believe, if my intel is correct, that I will have a very good opportunity to re-sign Pascal Siakam to pair him with Tyrese Haliburton. And honestly, I think this makes me a very good team. A very good team. I'm not super high on my future with Buddy Hield. He's a defensive liability. Obi Toppin, defensive liability. Jalen Smith and Andrew Nembhard are definitely going to sting in terms of players that I'm giving up. I don't think that my first round pick 2024 is going to be super valuable, and I'm probably going to convey like 18th, 19th pick. And maybe if I can go on a run with these guys, maybe I'm conveying like the 22nd pick. I can stomach that to take a flyer on Grady Dick. So basically that's where I'm at right now. Plus I get the Detroit second back, which is like I'm downgrading my pick by probably 10 spots. So I think I'm good if I'm the Pacers with this deal very much. I am taking a bit of a risk, that Pascal Siakam is going to take a flight. But what am I really losing here? I'm losing Andrew Nembhard and Jalen Smith. I get to keep Ben Mathurin and Jarris Walker out of this deal. And I give my star, Tyrese Haliburton, a real vote of confidence that when he comes back from his injury, that he's going to have a roster he can compete with. I'm going forward with a roster, which, by the way, is very competitive suddenly. My starting lineup after this deal is going to be Miles Turner, Bruce Brown, Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Haliburton, and somebody, probably Benedict Mathurin, maybe Aaron Nesmith. Plus, like my bench is pretty decent. I got TJ McConnell still. I got Jarris Walker, Grady Dick, Isaiah Jackson, Ben Shepherd. Yeah, I'm Gucci with this. I'm good. All right. Interesting. Who won? 54% are saying the Pacers won. 56% are saying the Pacers won. All right, I don't want to taint your perspectives anymore, but yeah. In terms of okay. So now I can give you, I think we're done with the callers. There's been a lot of callers. It's great. Thank you all for everybody who called in. And I'm not really easy to deal with on the trade machine. So I appreciate y'all giving me, space to do that. Now, B, any deal including Grady is dumb for the Raps. The perceived value adds for you is nowhere near his potential. Agreed. And Grady is a huge, huge sweetener at this point for me as a rival general manager, because I just feel like maybe this guy needs to be somewhere else right now. Maybe, quick change of pace, change of scenery, change of system is going to unlock him. I believe in this guy, at least as one of the 15 to 16 best prospects in the past year's draft. He's on a 4-year contract. If I can rehab his value a little bit from where y'all have dragged it, in my opinion, and that's good. Let me take off my rival general manager cap. Grady Dick's going to be fantastic. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. B, do you think the Pacers part ways with Jarris? Yes, if they're desperate. Market checks. I don't think Grady is as good as everyone thinks. Fair enough. But clearly Masai and Bobby think that he is that good. And while I understand why people are a little bit down on him, I did make an X post, about chilling off on Grady Dick. I think he's going to be fine, y'all. He was a Gatorade Player of the Year. I watched a lot of Kansas tape on him, high school tape on him. He's a very cerebral player, and sometimes, it takes a while to catch up. There's a lot of extenuating circumstances that can drastically impact a player, for 3-4 games. What I like about him is that he's a really smart player who has an absolutely elite, profile to be a good player. He's smart, he got size, he's got good playmaking chops, and he's got a good jump shot. It's not coming off as clean as I would like it to, which is probably a problem. But in the game where he was successful, which is really literally just one game where he's been really successful, which was against Philadelphia, You saw a lot of transition shots. You saw a lot of above the break stuff. You saw a lot of pin downs, him coming off the screens. Otherwise, you just seen him kind of stand on the corner. And he doesn't really have like that blow by speed. So teams are just able to chase him off the line and trust he's not going to be able to do anything because he's not be able to finish against contact. He's not really tight enough with his handle right now to shift the defense anyway. So he's just kind of like PJ Tucker role right now, right? Without the defense. I like the fact that he's moving his feet a little bit better. I like the fact he's getting a little bit stronger. It's going to be very important for him. I do think he's a little bit more athletic than people give him credit for. Not like a bouncy athlete, but like a coordinated, fluid athlete. It's not quite Corey Kispert level, right? So, anyways, MJ saying, who do you think is a better fit, Asar or Walker? Splitting hairs, man. Splitting hairs. They both fit probably with what you desperately need right now, probably Jarris. But I like Asar as a player much better. I won't say much better, but like if I had to do a redraft, Asar would go top 6 and Jarris would go top 10. That's splitting hairs, but yeah. B Cruz saying the Mavs lost to the Pelicans at home tonight, who were missing their 3 best players. Does Dallas get desperate and offer lively for Siakam? I don't think so. They do have a new ownership group, and new ownership groups do tend to do stupid shit. So if they do, then Masai Ujiri, is a very, very, smart dude. But I'm not necessarily sure that that's going to happen. The poll results for the last trade are Pacers 55. I mean, this is a lot better. I think the last few callers did probably a lot better than the first few callers. Maroon Prince saying Luka didn't play. Fair enough. I do expect a jump from his shooting like Scottie from Grady next year. I think the conversation around Scottie and Grady should not exist. JB, what's up?
Hey, Rob, can you hear me?
Yes,
hey,
I
man.
can. Calling from China. What's up?
Yeah, actually, okay. Small note. I think it was Daryl from Taiwan, right? He wanted to bring a lot of politics into it, and he seemed like really on edge that I said it was mainland China.
Technically I said it was mainland China because I didn't know the difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I said it as well because
you did.
Yeah,
you said
I brought it up because
you said I don't think you've ever had anyone call from the mainland.
Yeah. The only reason I use mainland is the distinction between Hong Kong and Macau, which are part of China, but they're not the mainland China because they do have their own system.
That's what I thought.
Visas, passports, and things like that, and currency. Right. That's all. I never brought in Taiwan, nor would I. So anyway, it's perfectly fine to use mainland. It's not. There's no political affiliation with that or any stigma.
I had a tenant once. I had a tenant once whose wife was from mainland. And when it was explained to me 14 years ago, it was being used as to be distinct from Hong Kong, basically.
Exactly. That's how I use it.
So,
I'm actually.
So that's how they used it too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how I use it as well. I'm 10 kilometers away from Hong Kong, but on this side of that border, we got to use VPN. We got to use what's that called? Anyway, ways to access YouTube.
No, I get it.
Hey, how's your dog? How's your dog doing? Any updates with the test?
He's got a disease that's it's going to require further testing. It's been a really, really tough couple of days for him. Yeah, thanks a lot for asking.
Is it neurological? Probably because you said the balance and things like that, or not sure yet.
It's in his ear, and we need to do imaging to see if it's a tumor. So yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. My prayers go out to
thanks
for
a
you
lot.
and your dog.
I appreciate it.
Well, what's his name or her name?
His name is Sasha. It's short for Alexander.
Sasha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This comment is amazing. Can we trade Pascal to the Shanghai Sharks?
1 second. Hey. Celestial, want to say hi? I've got my own little guy here, little girl. So,
nice.
This is Celestial. And she's been with us since I think since she was 2.5, and she's 7 now. And she also has tumor on her. It's like a breast cancer kind of thing. So we're preparing for her surgery probably next month because it's kind of it's tripled in size. So yeah, but she's holding on. She's still eating really well, and she's a lot younger than your dog. Like she's only 7, almost 8. But yeah, so yeah, she has to deal with that too, and she's a big part of our life and stuff. So yeah, thoughts and prayers go out for Sasha and you as well. But don't worry, got to be optimistic. I'm sure there's going to be
I'm
silver
hoping he'll be
lining
fine.
and a good recovery path.
Yeah, I'm hoping he'll be fine too. Do you have a trade?
I hope it's not too late. I wanted to jump in with a trade. I do.
Sure.
I do. I was just about to bring that up. I'm sorry. I had your dog on my mind, and I just wanted to know.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Sasha's a boy.
Yeah. It's
I'm still not sure because Alexander. Yeah, Sasha. Okay. Because Sasha also can be a female name, but I thought it was a boy.
True.
I'm gonna be representing. Well, I guess I'm representing Raptors, but and you're gonna be Golden State.
Okay.
You're gonna be Golden State for this one. This is not my favorite trade. My favorite trade is Indiana, but since we've had so many Indiana trades already, I was listening while driving back home. I decided let's switch things up and go with a Golden State offer.
We did have one Golden State trade that came in, but we had to walk away from it, unfortunately. So yeah.
Oh yeah? What was the sticking point? Was it pause?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's fine. I don't want pause. I just don't think he's going to be the two-way that we need for a guard position. But I mean, he's got a promising future, but he's undersized, and I think in the playoffs that's going to be a problem. Just like with Fred VanVleet, with Chris Paul. So don't worry, pause is not going to be in here. So obviously you get Pascal. I still need to finalize the numbers to make it match, but most likely it's going to be Pascal, Gary, and your absolute favorite. I mean, he's got a lot of defensive upside if he's in the right situation.
Yeah, I already know who you're talking about.
So,
yep.
Okay, so I'll show you can relax. Okay, so that's how much is that? 62, I believe, roughly.
61.
No.
61.
Okay, pretty close. Okay, 61. So on the way back now, I'm going to do you a favor. You're Bob Myers. Am I right?
No, I'm Mike Dunleavy.
What's his
Bob
name?
Myers has been
Dunleavy.
fired.
Oh, he already resigned. Okay, Mike Dunleavy. You've got you know, if someone's in a worse position than Raptors, it's definitely Golden State, because at least we've got Scottie Barnes. Like we have a future. We've got a great future.
We got Steph Curry. We got Pods. We got Trace Jackson. We got Kuminga. We're good. We need a tweak for sure though. But yeah, we're okay.
We're both in situations where we can both improve.
Sure.
Let's put it that way. I do like Raptors' long-term projection more than Golden State, but Golden State's still in that window potentially for contention. They're just a step away, maybe a move or two. I don't think Raptors is in that position, but I think we have a more promising future. So let's help each other out. You're already getting, very serviceable pieces. You know what Siakam can do. Him as a second option with Steph Curry, that's going to ignite your offense. Like that's going to do stuff for, I don't think Curry has had any dynamic finisher or closer, especially in that mid-range area, except since Kevin Durant. I think since Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Right? Fair enough? Okay.
Yep.
And you're getting Gary Trent Jr., who is a sniper from the bench. He is so effective. Nailing shots, a movement shooter. He's what Clay was before the injuries.
Get out
minus
of here.
Minus the defense. Minus the defense,
minus the offense, minus the efficiency, minus everything, minus the size, minus the score. Yeah, stop it.
Okay. And McDaniels, in the right system, with the right coaching, we saw what he was before he came to the Raptors. I don't know what happened. I think it's the Canadian food or the weather. He's not lived up to his potential. Okay, but he definitely showcased. He shot 40% from 3 one season, right? So he has the ability. I think Philly wanted him back. The fan base
for the minimum.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. $4 million is not that far from the minimum. But the point is, I'm not giving you scraps. I'm giving you very serviceable players with potential. So what do I want back? Yeah, I'm in marketing. I'm in sales. I got to make sure you understand what is the offer for you, right? So, yeah, exactly, Sparkly. Okay, first things first. I'm going to help you out so much by getting rid of your biggest headache. Send over Draymond Green. I'll lead his contract. All right. So far, it's all favors for you. I'm not getting anything back yet that I want. However,
he's one of the best defenders in the NBA. And he's on a pretty reason. No, he is. Analytically, he is still the best switchable big in the NBA. He and Evan Mobley are the best too. When he's not Suspended.
when
Fine.
he's not
Okay.
being suspended. So that's
Fine.
half the game. So I
Okay.
mean, like, if he's only giving me 42 games, I'd rather get someone 70 games at 70% of his defensive impact. Fair
Okay.
enough.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
So there's that high risk, right? Who knows? He's one suspension away from being completely out of the NBA at this
That's
point.
not
So
true.
we'll take off.
Adam Silver convinced him to not retire. Come on, we like Draymond here, okay? We understand he's a bit of a problem, but he's
Okay.
going through therapy. He's doing
A bit of a
meditation.
problem.
He's doing meditation twice a day. He's doing a silent retreat. We're gonna work with him, okay? But yes, okay. I'm open to this
All
so
right, all
far.
right.
What else
Hey,
do you want?
Toronto's got pretty good mental health services available, and I think we could help him a lot here too. All right. Next, we actually need something of value. So let's see. So you've got some young assets. You've got Moody. You've got Kuminga. You got to give us one of those two. At least. And then I may look at also Trace Jackson, as something in the pipeline that may develop.
That's very much a young asset that I value in the same realm as I value Moses Moody. So you're gonna pick one of those guys. You pick the one you want between
one of those three.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually, it was going to be 2 out of the 4, but I don't want pause because I know you won't give them up. So you can keep pause and you can keep one more of the 3, and I'll take the other 2. Otherwise, we're going to be talking picks and quite a few. I'm going to need at least 2 first with light protections.
I mean, there's a very good case to be made that I'm giving you by far the best defender in the league, by far one of the top 10 defenders, by far one of the top 10 defenders in the NBA right now.
He plays 50% of the games.
Okay.
He's been suspended about half the games so far. Out of 39 games, he's been suspended for how many? 22?
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'll give you Moses.
Enough.
I'll give you Moses Moody, and I will give you Guy Santos.
No, that wasn't one of the 4. Davis or Kuminga. Okay. All right. Now I don't need as many picks. Now just one pick. Probably
you will not get any picks if you're okay. I'll take Trace Jackson off, and I'll give you picks. I will give you the 2nd round pick.
Whoa! We're talking first. If no Trace Jackson, we're talking first rounders. With Trace Jackson, you can throw in a 2nd, but without Trace Jackson, I need a first. It's got to be a 2026.
Let's be clear. Draymond Green is signed long term, and obviously, if you're trading for him, you have a plan for him on your roster.
It's Moses Moody,
Moses Moody is finally a really good young player. Like, he's been flashing positive upside this year. Very good young player who fits your roster, who knows you're a star, has played with your star, has chemistry with your star, and really fits into the type of basketball you want to play. Plus, it's spacing for you. Okay, Jalen McDaniels.
But he's a little redundant in terms of our backcourt. I mean, depending on where Scottie fits.
He's 21 years old, man. So I will give you.
Is he better than Emmanuel Quickly?
No.
He's not.
No.
Is he better than RJ? No. So he'd be like at best 4th option. At best. So
he might have more value than RJ. He might have more value than RJ. It's
RJ's defensive upside, his bully ball, his ability to get into the paint and collapse the defense. Moody can't do that. Moody's more of a movement shooter. Like he does well in Golden State because he's surrounded by amazing talent like Steph and Clay and Draymond. Without that system, you put him on the Detroit Pistons, he's going to be like 10 points a game at most, maybe 3 turnovers. Like it's the system that's making Moody look a lot better than
just an FYI. Moses Moody is a better defender than RJ Barrett, and it's not even close. Not even close.
We're basing this based on RJ in New York. How about RJ in Toronto? That's not bad. His defense metrics in Toronto. Okay, but Moody's playing very limited minutes. RJ started minutes, 30-something minutes. Is Moody starting on the Golden State? No. Moody's off the bench. 22 minutes a game, is he not? I need to double check. But I don't think Moody is that big a mover for them compared to Kuminga. Like Moody's, the Golden State fan base has been begging for Moody to play for like the whole season. And only recently did he get on the court. And that was because of Draymond's suspension. They were forced to kind of bring him on. And then Pause has already replaced him. Like Golden State, you value Pause way more than Moody, for sure. You see a way brighter future with Pause, and you're giving him the minutes for it, no? So it's it's a redundant.
Let's flash the analytics, because I don't think that you are giving Moses Moody the credit that he deserves, and I think that you need to. So here's
Fair
Moses
enough. Fair
Moody
enough.
in a nutshell. Okay, you see this jump.
But keep in mind, I am Ujiri, so I don't want to be overvaluing your players. I want to be realistic in what they can offer me when they're in my system, as opposed to the Golden State system.
And I'm
inflates
telling
almost
you
everyone's numbers.
that as a 21-year-old former lottery pick with 7-foot-long wingspan, this is a player who is flashing you excellent two-way potential at 21 years old. This is, in my opinion, 60% true shooting, 63% shot quality. This is a guy who honestly has a analytics profile that is on par, if not better, than RJ Barrett. And I would happily flash that for you so you can see.
Is there a way to isolate RJ Barrett in Toronto? I know it's a small sample, but I think it's much more comparable than comparing it to what he did in New York. He wasn't utilized properly in New York.
But it's not, because RJ has had 4 good games in Toronto and 2 bad games in Toronto. And if you ask Knicks fans, they would tell you that that's pretty much RJ Barrett in a nutshell. He has abysmal games for weeks, and then he has 5 really good games, and then he has 2 more weeks of abysmal play. The problem is you can't have a starter who plays abysmally for 2 weeks every 2 months, even if that's the best case scenario with RJ. RJ struggles with finishing in a way Moses does not. RJ struggles with shooting historically in a way Moses does not. I think that Moses Moody projects to be a much better defender. 50%. Okay, but
interesting. All right.
But I will bet you every pick.
Fine. I'll take Moody. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that Moses Moody is plenty to be giving up in this trade for a guy who could walk for nothing. I understand the implications.
Hey, he's not walking for nothing. He could. That's 5%. He's not putting that 50 year. He's not giving up that 50 year. If Golden State offers that 50 year, even if it's not 50 million, 48, 47 million, he's taking that. This is his last big contract. There's no way he's giving up the 50 year, and you're the only team that can offer it. So it's like a 95%.
But do you think I want to
unless
offer it?
Draymond punches him in the face?
Do I want to offer it? That's the question. Because now I'm paying him $60 million a year in the final year of his deal at the age of 35. And guess where Steph is? He's in the retirement home. He's on the golf course. He's not there anymore. So now I'm screwed. And I'm giving you one of the best young players. Pardon?
I mean, Steph has been remarkable in how he's kept in very good health the last 4 or 5
He would be 40 years old when that contract is in the finals here. He would be 40 years old. He would be basically he'd be in geriatric territory.
Vince Carter? No, Vince Carter played till 40, did he not?
He was a role player from age 35 onward.
But a very good one at his role. And Vince Carter relied a lot more on athleticism. Curry's never relied on athleticism.
Vince relied on shooting towards
towards his twilight age. Yeah.
Also worth noting,
shooting's not going to fall.
I mean, it's not about his shooting falling. His shooting is always going to be fine. It's about the movement and all that motion that he creates that's going to fall off because he's not going to be as quick to the spots. He's not going to be able to play as many minutes. He's had injury history. I don't think that I have 5 more years of Steph Curry. I have 2 more years of Steph Curry, which means I am basically signing on for 2 years of Siakam. Hopefully he resigns. I'm signing on for this year of Siakam. If I bring him back, it's going to be on a massive overpay.
The first season. That's okay. If he, based on what Golden State can do to boost his numbers, especially as a second option with Steph's spacing and Clay's spacing, and then you also have Paz, who spaces really well too, and a great movement shooter, and can find, like, he's going to be surrounded by so many spacers that Siakam's numbers should be very efficient, should have high impact, and he can actually focus maybe more as a defensive stopper. Like, he wasn't really able to do that in Toronto, partly because of effort, but I think it's also because we've been asking him to shoulder so much of the offensive load. In Golden State, he can actually prioritize a little bit more on defense. I think the 1 season, maybe 2 seasons in Golden State can actually up his value, and you can flip him for a lot more assets. So this is a kind of investment in helping solidify Steph's final 2 seasons of championship contention, and then flipping it. So this you're going to get him for 5 years. I know you don't want to pay him for the 5 years, and that's fine. You don't have to. You pay him for the first 2 years, then you flip him as your asset, and you're going to have people desperate. Who knows? Detroit might actually be able to make a play in 2 seasons, and they might see Siakam as that piece, and they're going to have some assets to move to flip to you. So I mean, it's definitely something
Steph Curry's son. I have a feeling if Steph Curry has a son, have a feeling if Steph Curry has a son, his son will be in the NBA the next time the Detroit Pistons make the play-in. Okay. I'm kidding. Of course.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Sure. Okay. So as in the overall framework, I'm okay with this trade. I'm not thrilled about losing Moses Moody, but I got to lose something to get Pascal Siakam. What else do you want in this deal?
Would you rather give Kuminga? No. This is not it. This is just like Draymond Green to me is not even a positive asset. It's more helping you out and me taking a huge gamble.
Okay,
it's a huge gamble. This could completely destroy our
then take Draymond out and add Andrew Wiggins. If he's so negative, take him out and add Andrew Wiggins.
They're both negative for different reasons.
But Andrew Wiggins is Canadian and he's 5 years younger.
He's good. Yeah, but what
younger.
happened to him? His soul's gone.
Okay,
he's gone.
Change of scenery.
It doesn't matter his age. Change of scenery. I need a change of. I need a time machine. I need Wiggins back in 2020.
Okay, you and I.
Whatever.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to mute you for a second. You keep talking over me one sec. So, I understand what you're saying, but also please understand that I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you know that Draymond Green is much better than you're giving on right now, and that he is going to absolutely help your interior defense, which is failing. Okay. That now you're unmuted. Okay.
I mean, we're both playing. Essentially, we're playing poker. We both know what each other's holding, and we're trying to get a good deal, obviously, right? So, I would prefer Draymond Green, even I do think there's a lot of off-court risk compared to Wiggins, in the sense that even though Wiggins, if he can flash 80% of his potential from before, I think he would be more valuable because of his age. But it's the chance of that, I think, is less than Draymond Green not potentially being suspended out of the league. So it's both like a FanDuel kind of prop bet right now, and both are not safe bets. But the Draymond Green having a positive impact might be a slightly safer bet. That's all I'm saying. Because, Andrew Wiggins, if he can become even a shadow of what he was during that title run, would be very valuable for sure. He'd be the stopper that we need, the rebounder that we need. But right now, he has the worst plus minus on the Warriors starters. He's potentially one of the top 20 worst starters in the entire league.
That's not true.
This season. He's been
plus minus data. Plus minus data is not like the be all end all. Okay.
Plus minus. Okay, how about his LeBron or his plus box minus? I mean, his advanced analytics.
That's
because he's okay, or maybe not bottom 30 in the league, because there is Wizards, there's Detroit, there's Spurs. So I meant out of any teams that are potentially in the playoff picture, he's got to be one of the worst starters out of those teams. And he's a
61st percentile defender and a 47th percentile offensive player according to
this season?
He's just shooting terribly. Season? Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He's
option.
He's bad,
okay, how about
but he's not that bad.
Let's make this bigger then. He is very bad. Like, he'd be out of all the players, the only one that's comparable would be Jalen McDaniels in terms of his on-court impact right now. But let's get this bigger. We'll take Chris Paul. He's injured right now. He's not even going to help you. What's his timeline to get back? 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks? I'm not even sure. He's going to be reevaluated, right? You get Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, I think you know that. So,
what else?
How does this work for money wise? Now we're going to need picks, and how much is Kevon? I don't really want Kevon Looney. What would it take to get Jackson Davis?
Nothing. Hold on. Did you just say you just offered me Dennis Schroeder and I'm giving you? Hold on. Whoa. Sorry, I've lost track of who I am.
Okay.
I'm the Golden State Warriors here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you just took Chris Paul, gave me Dennis Schroeder, and started asking for picks. Who do you think Dennis Schroeder is?
No. I didn't ask for picks. I asked, what would it take to, because I'm helping you with your cap situation, right? That way it's easier for you to resign Siakam. But now that the salaries are bigger, I'm curious, what would you need for Jackson Davis to be involved in this trade talks?
As I said, nothing. You don't like. I'm giving you Moses Moody.
I'm not giving
you. It's not untouchable. It's just because you already got Moses Moody. You got Moses
How about
Moody.
for a swap with Grady Dick? That could potentially be your future Klay Thompson
Oh,
replacement.
come on.
He could. That's his ceiling. That's his projection. Size 6'8", with that kind of defensive upside for that position. He's not going to be a minus
that's ceiling. That's not heaven.
High
Okay,
IQ player.
like that's his heaven ceiling. I don't know what God, what Buddha, what Allah, what you have to pray to for him to get to Klay Thompson, but like, come on, man.
Are you resigning Klay Thompson? Are you resigning Klay Thompson for how much and for how many years? That's another huge headache on your upcoming offseason. No.
Well, you're not taking Klay Thompson off my books. Okay, so you're saying this. I want the Detroit second if I'm doing this. Like, I'm giving you the vastly better player, and he's also on 4 years.
Detroit. Thing is, we still need kind of a stretch big. I don't know if Draymond Green he's not the long term for that for sure. But okay, you take the 22nd. You take the Detroit pick this season.
Mm-hmm.
We want the 2026.
2026 what? Second round pick?
2026. Can we? Is it possible to do a first round and second round in the same year or no? It's just successive years cannot, right? But the same year, it's okay.
I can give you the 2022nd. No, I can give you second round pick. I'm not giving you a first round pick, bro. Nope.
Wait.
I gave you Trace Jackson and Moses Moody. No.
But we're not giving us a pick. But we're doing a 2026 first round swap potential. So we'll take the better of the two picks, which most likely will still be our pick. Like 90% is going to be still our pick. But on the off chance that you guys get a better pick, we want the 2026 better first round pick. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much nothing to you. Like, that's the chance of you conveying that is less than 5%. Based on your trajectory, you're getting Siakam for that season. That's like 2 years from now. Plus you have you still have your core. You have Pause going up, Kuminga with more. Like, you're going to get that. So we're going to get the 2026 second and the 2026 first round swap.
No,
option.
I reject this. I'll tell you why. Because I'm possibly going to be rebuilding in 2026, and you're going to be in the Scottie Barnes revolution in 2026. I trust that you're going to be very good in 26, and I might be very bad. Nope, I don't do it. I will give you. No, I can't.
How about 2026 lottery protected? And if we do swap it, we'll give you our 2026.
I can give you 2026 lottery protected.
Okay.
And if it doesn't convey that year, this is just an added stipulation. It'll be lottery protected in 2027. And then if it doesn't convey in 2020,
2027. Top 10 2027.
No, because that feels very risky. Lottery protected 2026, lottery protected 2027. If it doesn't convey 2026, 2027, it turns into 2 seconds in 2028, 2029. Both of which I have. Or wait, actually, no. I don't have my 2028 second. So it would turn into a 2029. It turns into 2 seconds. So it turns into 2029 second. Because like I can't protect this and then turn it into an unprotected pick or a softer protection, because the longer I go, I could be really bad for a long time. That's my point. Like, I could be bad for 3-4 years. I don't want to give you like a top 3 pick. So I need to protect myself.
I'll keep the protection. I'll keep the protection up to top 6 for 2029. That's fair. So 2028 top 6 protected, and then 2029 it'll be 2 seconds. If you can't convey, because you can't give me 2028 second round anyway. So give me 2028 top 6 protected, or if the 2027 lottery doesn't,
top
and if 2026
protected.
Doesn't.
Not top 6, top 10.
Okay. Okay, top 10.
Okay, so this is basically the 2026 first round. We're going to call it more favorable, but you and I know what the actual protection is. Okay, fine. Because it doesn't allow you to protect that.
That's fine. No. That's fine. Let me look this over. Cap wise, how are we? Are we even close to salaries? Because I know you're sending me a ton of money. That's what I'm worried about. How much?
13 million from the Warriors incoming trade to make this successful.
Okay. Well, okay, let's figure it out then. Because in terms of space, you're giving me 4 players. I'm giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and I've got 2 extra spaces. You can send me 2 more players to make the 13 work. I would, of course, prefer expirings, but we can take a look. But the framework overall, I think. I mean, I'm not happy in terms of draft compensation, but okay.
I mean, I'm just taking back a lot of salary, right? And you're not.
But most of it's expiring. No, I'm taking back a lot as well. I got Chris Paul and Draymond Green. It's just that you also have Schroeder.
Hold on,
that's
Chris Paul is an expiring next year. I mean, well, it's not expiring, but his contract is not guaranteed through next year.
Is it fully non-guaranteed? I thought it's partially guaranteed.
Partially.
I still have to eat $8 million, don't I? Out of the 30?
Sure.
That's still something. That's okay.
I don't have any more salaries to give you, unfortunately. I don't want to get like Kevon Looney is not.
What about GP?
No, he's very valuable to me. I can give you Wiggins. And you can give me Boucher. That's the only way this deal is going to work. Otherwise, we need to take players off the books. Like, okay, so let's swap Gary.
Wiggins has 4 more years. Has 4 more years.
Okay, let's take Gary out of this. Taking Gary out of this and adding someone cheaper to the deal. That makes sense for me.
Like a Thad? Wait, you still need to add? Don't I need to add to you? I'm pretty sure I need to add now.
Yeah, okay, let's
I need to add
Gary
5
back.
million, don't
Hang
I?
on.
Okay. Because I don't think I want Wiggins.
The problem is the Warriors are taking back $20 million more or $19 million more than the Raptors right now, right? So basically, either someone like Gary Trent Jr. If Gary Trent Jr. is out of this trade, it works, right? But if Gary Trent Jr. is out of this trade, then I have a worse trade coming back. So I need to look at what I actually value. So I want to take Dennis Schroeder off. Okay. And
we need to ship out Dennis in the sense that Chris Paul and Moody are both going to be eating into Dennis's minutes. So it doesn't.
No, I understand that, but
we might take Wiggins. Send us a much later second future, like a 2029 second. We'll do it. We'll figure that out.
Say that again.
If you want to send us Wiggins. So keep Schroeder. Send us Wiggins. We'll give you Boucher, but you give us a 2029 second. Unprotected, obviously.
You can't. Okay, sure. Holy shit! This is getting very convoluted. Okay, trading half the team. Okay, so
Pretty
five
much.
for 6. This is crazy. I don't think any deal in the history of the world has ever been done like this.
Has ever done 11 players? Yeah. Well, we're going to set records, right?
Okay.
Making history.
So I need to send you a pick?
Yeah. You're giving us Andrew Wiggins' toxic contract. That's way worse than RJ Barrett's. And Boucher can actually help you. He's a high impact off the bench player. Like, I'd rather keep Boucher than Andrew Wiggins for sure. But to take Andrew Wiggins to make the salary match, you got to throw us a second in 2029 unprotected.
Okay. I need to look at my roster after this trade because this is getting heavily weird. Okay. I need to think. So I have Steph and Clay starting, obviously. Who's my starting small forward? My starting small forward would be Kuminga, I guess. Then I have Pascal Siakam, right?
Okay.
Okay. And what am I losing? I'm losing Moses,
and you have Lindy or Boucher. Yeah.
I don't like all the picks going out in this, man.
All the picks? You're sending what, 2? All the picks? Come on. And all those protections. You're not sending me anything unprotected. Everything has ridiculous protections. I might not see those picks until 2029.
Deal.
Right?
Deal.
Okay.
Does
it work? I think so,
yeah,
right?
it does. It does.
That's the first one I saw with a green check mark. Everything else had the 20 to January 15.
Okay.
Any way I can convince you to take Poeltl as well? To keep Siakam happy?
No. Okay.
Now,
start
before we let it go to the vote, can I have like 2 minutes to explain to the Raps fan why I'd be willing to do this one? Okay, so guys, I know it looks crazy. I don't really want to give up on Dick, but to be honest, Moody is able to replace a lot of what Dick's potential could be. They're roughly around the same size. I know it says 6'6", but I mean, Moody is a lot more developed. He's played with Barnes. That combination is probably going to unlock a lot of what Barnes can potentially do, and it's going to make Moody so much better. Big impact. Why I'm willing to take a flyer on Draymond Green? He's super high risk, but also really, really high reward. Like he is the epitome of someone that could revolutionize Raptors defense. Like to get even 1 or 2 seasons where our guys can learn the IQ and take even 20% of what Draymond Green can do on defense, he would unlock the potential for, I'm hoping, Poeltl. I'm hoping, who's the other guy? RJ Barrett. Scottie's interior defense is not where it could be. His help defense is not bad, but his low post defense, he could learn. Everyone on the Raptors can benefit so much from having Draymond Green and Chris Paul as the best on-court mentors. Like the stuff that Chris Paul can teach for vision. Like as gifted and talented as Barnes is, some of his passes are not on target all the time. He's sometimes making, is it a step too slow, or maybe it's chemistry issue? But Chris Paul could unlock the passing potential for both Scottie Barnes and Emmanuel quickly. So essentially, they're getting the best teachers in the league from Chris Paul and Draymond Green. We have the future locked in with Moses Moody and Trace Jackson Davis, who could be that stretch big that we need. And Moses Moody could be what Grady Dick potential ceiling high-end upside could be. And finally, Andrew Wiggins is a flyer on, again, a new situation, kind of like RJ Barrett. He's Canadian. Maybe it's some home cooking can revitalize his career. A lot of it, I think, is mental. Some stuff he's dealing with family issues. If that can be worked out, and what better way than to be close to home, close to his family, and get all that support that he needs, he might be able to actually become even 70% of what he was during that championship run. Then we run away with this. This is a huge potential steal because of the future with Moses Moody, Trace Jackson Davis, and then learning from Chris Paul and Draymond Green. And then we still have the upside of Andrew Wiggins. Yes, we're giving up on Grady Dick, but aside from that, Gary Trent's expiring. Dennis Schroeder, he's great. He's good off the bench, but really he's going to slow down the potential for Moses Moody to make an impact in Emmanuel quickly. Chris Boucher, he's expiring. It'd be nice to get him back, but we don't really need him either. Jalen McDaniels is, well, he's Jalen McDaniels. And the only thing I'm worried about is, I guess, Grady Dick and this Detroit second-round pick. I don't think it's moving the needle. There's no way we're getting anyone in the second round that has the same impact as Trace Jackson Davis or Moses Moody. So that's my piece there. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Thanks a lot for calling in, JB.
Terrible
Really
for both sides. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, man. Oh, sorry. I pulled you off. My
okay.
bad.
I just wanted to say I'm looking forward to hearing what the fans think about the trade. It's an epic trade. Never in history has there been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players traded in a trade. That was great. It was great chatting with you. That was really great mental exercise. If you're still up for a chess game later, let me know. I can jump back on. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Have a good one.
See you, man. Bye.
Yeah.
See you. Sweater God saying unrealistic as fuck, but entertaining trade. I agree. That was really interesting. I see a lot of what he's saying, right? Like I like Draymond probably a lot more than the average fan would, right? Andrew Wiggins, yeah, that's a tough contract to eat, man. You got Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green for like 4 more years. You better be really damn sure about these guys. You do get Trace Jackson Davis, and you do get Moses Moody, and you do get Chris Paul. Chris Paul, decent, right? Really good. Darko knows him going way back, like really well. He is someone who can accelerate the collective IQ of your team. And you get back a first-round pick that could be somewhat relevant, but I don't think picks are really the point here. I think the points are it's tough. This is very Rudy Gay trade, right? It's very Rudy Gay trade, and he's right. He's a smart guy. Like he saw the value of Grady Dick in that system, and saying like, okay, maybe I'm wrong about Grady Dick, right? Maybe Grady Dick does turn into a better version of Moses Moody. But I think I'll be very, very excited if Grady Dick at 21 or 22 is as good as Moses Moody is today. I'd be very excited by that. I'm not necessarily as a Raptor fan. I'm not ready to give up on Grady Dick at all. But I do want to say that you are talking about the 14th pick versus the 13th pick. Here's the cap implications of this, though. The Chris Paul deal is interesting in the sense that, it is not guaranteed next year, and, he can be waived, etc. So he might just be like a bit of a rental that is not really a huge part of this deal going forward. Andrew Wiggins plus Draymond Green together is basically what you're paying for Pascal Siakam next year. Draymond is still a hell of a defender, man. If I flash you his defensive analytics, like your eyes would pop out of your head. Like he's a really good defender. I think my problem right now is that Draymond might need a fresh start somewhere else, and he's sort of pissing off my head coach. And I'm not really excited about moving off of Draymond. He's a really big part of my culture, and I'm losing Trace Jackson Davis in the same damn deal, the guy that I was thinking of replacing him with. So I'm very happy to get back Pascal Siakam, Chris Boucher. Dennis Schroeder and Gary Trent help a little bit shore up my depth, but I'm probably going to be jettisoning them off. I didn't want to bring on this third team deal, but I'm probably going to be moving those two guys in a third. I'm going to bring a third team in to make this work. Probably moving Gary and Dennis to a third team to get back some of the rim protection that I'm losing in this deal. Obviously, I have a lot of faith in Trace Jackson Davis. I do. I value him. I think he's a rotational big. I do worry that maybe his upside is not nearly as high as someone like a Kuminga, but he's a better player right now than Jonathan Kuminga. He's not much older. So, yeah, I think there's a weird world in which the Raptors get better long-term and short-term with this deal. I do. It would all completely, this entire deal hinges on who is the real Andrew Wiggins and who is, Draymond Green for your locker room right now. Like you're infusing some very strong personalities into a locker room that is very young without Pascal Siakam, etc. This is a deal that has the potential to backfire massively for both sides, right? I don't really see a star in Moses Moody, nor do I see a star in Trace Jackson Davis. I don't think either one of these guys are going to pop off and become superstars or anything like that. So it's not quite, you're not trading like a prospect like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander when the Thunder traded Shai. When the Clippers traded Shai to the Thunder, where it's like, oh my God, in 10 years, are we going to look like we traded one of the best players in the league for, a win now move? I don't think either one of these guys project to be that, but I do think Moses Moody can project to be a really serviceable role-playing starter, like a fourth starter type of guy going forward. I do think that, and I feel the same way about Trace Jackson Davis, and I think both of them fit really well with what Darko wants to do. You get 5 players who fit really, really well with what Darko wants to do defensively and offensively, and they, on the other hand, they get all 5 guys who have struggled to fit in, plus Grady Dick. I'm sure he's going to lose the poll, but this deal makes a lot of sense in a way as well. So who won this trade? The poll ends 61% Warriors. I get it. I get it. Obviously someone's going to look at this and say, no CP, no pods, no this, no that. You get a whole bunch of older guys. What the hell? I think really you would have to really, really believe in Moses Moody. The only downside of this deal, I'll tell you the downside. Number 1, not enough pick equity. Number 2, Moses Moody is eligible for a contract extension. So that's the tough one. So it's a pretty lose-lose, win-win trade, depending on how it works out. It's pretty even though. I don't think the Raptors are giving up something of significant value. Obviously, you do give up the best player in the trade by a country mile in Pascal Siakam. But if really you are up to the deadline and he's not re-signing and he's told you that he's going to explore free agency and you have a belief that enough bridges have been burned that you're going to lose him for nothing, yeah, this is favorable to losing him for nothing, because if you do end up rehabbing Andrew Wiggins' contract and value, he's an asset. And if you do end up, figuring out like a positive momentum and start building a win streak around Draymond, and he is as good at center for you as he has been for the Golden State Warriors, I mean, you're already seeing the impact of having a guy like Jonte Porter, a guy who can just sort of make quick decisions in the middle of the floor, recover a little bit, laterally to block some shots. Draymond is still a hell of a defender, man. So this is exactly it. It's a really high risk with super high reward if CP and Draymond Green can be mentors and Andrew Wiggins becomes what he was before. Oh man, we are contenders. I don't know about contenders, but man, like you are a very, very scary team in the playoffs if this works out for you. If it doesn't work out for you, you traded 1 young player for 2 young players and some picks. You know what I mean? So yeah, this was interesting. This was really interesting. Happy Bear saying, I can see Masai doing a 3 or 4 team trade with Atlanta, Lakers, and Warriors, but not a huge 1-to-1. I agree. The reason that 1-to-1 deals don't work is most teams don't usually want to trade like 5-6 players into one organization. You prefer to do 3-3, whatever. But yeah, I mean, in either case, I mean, if you're trading these 5 players, you're getting 5 or 6 back anyway, right? If you're the Raptors. Anyways, it is 3:45 in the morning, and how the hell do we still have 220 people in here? I don't know. This community is awesome, continues to surprise me. Thank you so much. I hope that I wake up tomorrow and we've crossed 7,500 subs. Like, it's happening. It's actually happening. Hold on. Let me just show you what's happening, which is really cool too. I don't know if I can show you the channel analytics, but it's really exciting. Yeah, I can give you an inside look into the channel analytics. Give me one sec. I think there's a live count. It shows you. I don't want to accidentally flash the wrong thing, but okay, let me see. Hold on. So share screen. If you're not subscribed and you want to see something really cool, subscribe right now. It'd be really cool. Okay, so this is kind of cool. I mean, you can see the growth over the last 28 days has been really awesome. If you want to look at our lifetime growth, this has been kind of cool as well. So obviously we grew right around here in 2022, but really this is when we started making videos, and it's been really fun. But this spike since December 29th, when we were at 6,857 subscribers, and to grow like this much in just 2 weeks has been super cool, right? To the other part of it, which is really exciting. So somebody gave me this stat the other day saying that what the hell was it? That Pensari Basketball had more views than like this channel, whatever combined. I thought it was cool. But look at this. 70,000 views in the last 48 hours, dude. That's fucking crazy. Like, that's awesome. I know I'm not supposed to get excited about small numbers right now, and I'm supposed to keep my eye on the bigger picture or whatever. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who's making this possible. It's super cool to me to see all of the work paying off in a way too. Like, it's pretty cool. I think you will hit 10K subs by trade deadline. Let's hope so, man. That would be absolutely dope. That'd be cool. We just hit 40K subs on Scottie and RJ video. Sweet, man. Mohammed Hassan saying got a trade for you tomorrow. I mean, I don't think we're doing a daily trade show, bro. That'd be crazy. Oh, still taking calls. I'll take a quick one. if you want. I'll take a final one. I mean, we're dangerously close to 4 a.m. right now, but I'll take one final call. Yeah, if you got a call in. Ice Cold saying, hey man, I visit your channel pretty much every day, so you're doing something right. Thank you. That's awesome. Christopher D'Amato saying the trade deadline is going to be crazy for you. I wonder if your spikes line up with moments like that. Keep it going. No, so the first spike really lined up with just being this new channel on YouTube, which was June, July, August 2022. I think August 2022. Sparkling saying I subscribed at the early stage of the channel. It's awesome to see the growth. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. There have been people who've been here since like 12 subs, right? Which is crazy. Thanks a lot. Mr. T-Rex, 4 a.m. gang. Awesome, man. Yeah, it's I mean, you don't want to be repetitive and redundant. You do want to keep it entertaining. You do want to keep your channel ethos going. So there's a lot of things to balance out, I guess. But I do think one thing, like in terms of the content creators that I found myself really supporting, And then some of them, like I supported them for like 2 years, and then I kind of started to walk away from them a little bit. I started to be like, this guy changed up on me a little bit. Now he's offering his coaching and everything's about his coaching, and now he seems like kind of a douche. So that's always been the bigger goal of like, would you still be you if you got to like 300 subs, 300K subs, or 500K subs, or 1 million subs? Like, would you still keep the same kind of humility about like, okay, I can still learn, I can still get better, I still owe it to everybody, etc. So yeah, thanks a lot, man. Will you ever get Darko on this channel for an interview? Yeah, I think so. Head on Fire discovered you through Raptors Digest with Ben Rogers. I've been following ever since. That's really cool, man. I remember that debate very fondly about Gary Trent Jr. and his defense. I remember that. Okay, we don't see any more callers, so we are going to vamonos and get out of here. But I do want to say that since I've been talking, there's been one more subscriber growth. Like, it's awesome. It's great. Like, growth is great. I can't say enough about growth. Growth is like the most fascinating thing. Whether it's whatever, it's growing good habits, growing your wealth, growing your subscribers. It's awesome. So, your channel is more educational than other Raptors channel. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think there's plenty of content in this space for people to choose from, and I'm very happy that, whether it's post game lives or trade reactions, etc., that you guys are hanging with us. That's really cool, man. All right, 4 a.m. gang, 3:51 gang. I think it's time to call it. It's been 3 hours. Yeah. Adam Lou saying, when did Ben and Rob collab? It was due to a mutual friend kind of hooking it up. I think it was about 1.5 years ago. So yeah, please hit the like button. Thanks a lot, Carvin. Yes, hit the like button. And once this video goes live, if you have like 2 minutes, just comment down below and let me know what was your favorite trade. That would be super helpful as well. So I'd love to know, like, is there a trade that you kind of liked in this, or were they all terrible? Is there like one that's like, that was really interesting? I do believe like sometimes these trade shows can be interesting as well, because I think they start a different discussion. So for instance, like Golden State, Dallas, like having the conversation and consistently orienting the conversations around Grant Williams. I'm not necessarily expecting that to change how Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster function, but who knows? Like, who knows how much the constant murmur of like, we need to get Grant Williams back, makes it more of a pressurized situation where the reporting around it changes a little bit. Believe it or not, I have seen this happen where, you start pushing for certain players to certain teams, and then the entire fan base starts putting those players in trades, and then somehow there's like some sort of weird bleed over effect on that player being more valued in that fan base. So does that ever make a difference to how Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster operate? Probably not much, but I do think it makes a difference for the fan base. So yeah. What time did you talk about Miami Heat trades? Well, early. Yeah. Luke Dowsing, gonna rewatch this live from the start piece. Absolutely. I'll try to add some timestamps. I'm gonna go take my dog out for a bit. It's snowing. Hopefully keep him upright and balanced. And then I'm gonna start doing some timestamps and some cutting. Because there's obviously like a lot of dead space in that Jonte video that I would like to cut out. So yeah. Anyways, talk to you guys. See ya. Alex, have you met Masai or Bobby before? I've never met Bobby before, but I did meet Masai a long time ago. Yes. You could put together the best parts of each live as a highlight and post, since lives are pretty long for the casual viewer to catch up now. I get that. A lot of people suggest chopping lives into like smaller videos, and I know a lot of channels that do that. The problem is that I would much rather put timestamps, if that makes sense, in the video itself, so I can like put timestamps like, Golden State Warriors trade 1 starts at this moment, that moment, whatever. I'd much rather do that than chop it up into smaller videos, because I feel like the people who watch the lives are the core audience, like for me, and like there's like 200, 300 people that, like, if they're up, they're watching, and I don't want to insult those people by flooding their timeline with a whole bunch of snippets of shows that they already watched. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it might get you some views. Maybe one of the videos pops off, add some graphics to it, maybe gets 20, 30,000. it's a great channel growth thing, but I don't necessarily think it's great for our community. So that's why. Anyways, take care, guys. See ya. Bye. It's kind of crazy how all last season you were saying Siakam was selfish, and Masai said the same in his press conference. So I don't think that Masai necessarily said that Pascal was selfish, and I don't necessarily even think that I was going outright and saying Pascal is selfish. I think the style of basketball that the Raptors were playing overall was selfish, and a lot of players were responsible for that. Pascal was part of it. I think there are things that Pascal did last year that were selfish-ish, but I wouldn't necessarily accuse him of being a selfish player, and I don't think Masai did that either. Anyways, take care, guys. See ya.